Nyambung nggak ya? Harusnya tadi yang boleh katakan nggak sih? Udah nyambung? Enggak. Ini aku udah pakai dua kan? Oh, udah kayaknya udah nyambung. Buset. Nyambung sama yang tadi? Enggak nyambung. Jadi live baru. Tapi nggak ada suaranya ya? Ceto. Ah, ada nih, dah.
For 11 points. The
Sorry.
are so good.
Wifi Min mati, jadi live-nya kemati juga soalnya.
And immediately Mind Freak swivels around at him. And it just ends up all crumbling from there. Could have been so good for full sense.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. I mean, I almost feel bad that I mentioned it. I almost feel bad that I mentioned he might be out of time.
That's the first thing I was looking at. I was like,
Bisa.
Go bad for Paper X, and then I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I mean, PTC felt the pressure, wanted to try to catch up, and I think it's because maybe the main squad hears so many footsteps getting near the site, right? And you start to over-panic. Well, at the end of the day, we see another force fight. Now this is how full sense to make the match happen on Ave and try to catch up. This time, Poison Cloud was stopped for the time being.
Udah masuk nggak live-nya?
Rifles in the hands of Paper X. 3 Bulldogs and a Guardian for Forsaken.
Tadi Min cek juga kan wifi-nya nggak apa-apa sih. Tapi hilang.
Kind of cajole Paper X into using, giving them the really good opportunities for it. You can see that Guardian is going to be identified in mid.
Nggak bisa main Roblox ya Min? Iya nggak bisa. Tadi kan Min udah coba setting untuk streamingnya ya. Nggak tahu kenapa nggak mau dianya. Nanti Min cari cara deh. Download Roblox untuk laptop. Siapa tahu lebih mudah lewat laptop kan daripada HP. Sama Min nanti juga mau coba up mirroring dari HP ke laptop.
Then that's a double kill. Spike stranded in the middle of the site. Sushi Boys will have to reclaim that position. Forsaken going for the flank, but Leviathan swings out with a stinger. Now a 2v3, but PTC is so low, so Sushi Boys comes in to save the day. A double kill.
Ayo Jing, bisa dong.
The camera doesn't go down in time. Jing has to let go. And Sushi Boys, he tries to beat him and goes for the swing out, but he's so low. And just an extra bullet and Jing will get the round.
So close. Full sense. Able to recover so nicely from that sneaky position by something. Great timing there from something completely fools full sense.
Match
Those
point.
2 kills delays it
Wah,
just
ini
long
easy.
enough. Then they're able to
Let's go,
really
kita
lock
langsung
down
ke
this link
DRX
area,
saja. Kebanyakan orang-orang kalau live Roblox di
just
HP
so
Min.
good, man. I mean, Paper X is just so talented. It's just so difficult.
Yeah.
Oke deh, berarti nanti Min coba cari cara
Sushi Boys did what he
supaya
could. All the heroics at
bisa
the window
mirroring
there.
HP ke
But it's just not
laptop.
enough. Brings him up to 10 kills. But all of them way behind.
Tadi kenapa Min itu wifi-nya hilang?
Now with some change
Terus Min cek keluar kamar kan, wifi-nya hidup tapi hilang. Langsung mati semuanya tadi. Untung aja bisa balik.
Screen goes back up and trade for the cloud. Allows him to keep his eyes trained on market.
Let's go, ini udah kok tiba-tiba jadi 3 lawan 2?
Showstopper online as well.
Semuanya, kamu ngapain tele ke situ?
Just a Hail Mary on this bonus from Paper X.
Ingat, jangan sampai
way
comeback.
something can get this done. John Olsen, half health. Yeah, you might be able to get one, but that crossfire outside of that door, that 50-50 is...
Yeah, I think he's just gonna... Oh, no, okay.
Jadinya main di HP.
Oh my god!
Di laptop
Something!
itu.
How do you do that?
Wah, hampir.
The round goes to full
1 lawan 3
set,
tahu.
boy, oh boy, they've definitely been training on this map.
That is ridiculous that he's even...
Anti banget something.
reads that
Nice
so
try.
well. I mean, yes, it is kind of the expected positions, but the fact that his mechanics are good enough to spin on a dime that quickly.
Yeah, and just hold the spray control, right?
Wah, si
Right,
John
transfer it over.
Olsen.
Exactly.
A very impressive showing.
Iya,
mechanically
agresif
here for
banget loh
something.
dia.
Whoa.
Yeah, really good
Damn.
control on that spray.
Spray
But at
transfernya
the end of
ngeri.
the day, you know, take away a couple weapons now. It should be noted that PRX did buy up to extra rifles there.
Duelis yang bagus sih sebenarnya
They
si
lost
John.
all of it on the previous round. They're now down
Teng
to
teng
shares,
teng.
despite the previous one having theoretically been the bonus.
Got a thrash, a couple away from the ults for Forsaken and Jing. Still John Olsen once again has a showstopper. Sushi Boys, yeah, the neural theft.
Mending kalau live Roblox di HP aja Min.
Finds a value here,
Apa?
especially with the weaker
Kalau
weapons.
live setting live-nya kan di laptop. Nah, jadinya harus mirroring screen dulu dari HP ke laptop biar ke setting di OBS.
John Olsen not ready for the double as Jing swings out from behind. Continue to see one-to-one trades with the paint show
Guys,
coming into
satu round
Kyle.
lagi
Jing
loh,
wants
guys.
to chase through.
Wah.
Only 45 health. Bit of a greedy deal as Fox gets one step closer to his Seekers.
Ya,
Oh, Forsaken, quick swing around.
Susi
Fox
Boys.
will clean things
Nggak
up, only
ngeliat
1
dia.
point away from his ultimate.
Still a scary round for Full Sense.
Mending kalau
Yeah, you win it, but
oh ya itu Min udah baca ya tadi komennya
PRX
astaga.
even on weaker buys is still pushing you to the limits, and now
Min aku keluar
they've got
dulu
a
ya, nggak
showstopper.
ngerti
Now
gini-ginian.
they've
Oh
got
oke,
the KO.
makasih udah
No
mampir.
command is there. So there are a lot of powerful options for PRX to send you out
From
of this
Paper
tournament.
X.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a paper
retakes are
and
going to look
Rex.
real strong. They could even use one of these ultimates early on to push out. You mentioned no command online. The Thrash still there. The Showstopper still online
Guys,
as well.
ingat.
And here we go. Jinx using it just to clear
Hati-hati,
out
Jing.
Kyle's. Even sees where the
Aduh,
Sky
satu round
Guiding Light
lagi
is coming
tau.
from. He's still holding on to that
Something.
rocket. Sushi Boys will get a nice kill, but look at that. Jing follows all the way through. Picks off the Sky. And now, down to
Anya
a
kok ditinggalin?
4v4. The Thrash, of course, eliminated as something gets taken out from that trap wire.
Exactly where you are.
They'll have to get a good idea. They see it's a stack
Yeah.
here. PRX and
Oh,
John
John.
Olsen
Yeah.
peeks off of it and gets two.
Uh-oh.
All right, still committing to the rotate though, just because Sushi Boys already had control of the site somewhat.
Sorry nggak bisa stream, nggak apa-apa. Bunga Rizky udah mampir aja udah buat Min senang.
I mean, they thought
Thank
they
you.
could get right behind Full Sense and just chase them over to the A site. You know, they were like, well, it's not going to be confusing.
Tahu
There's four
Min,
of us over on B.
satu poin lagi loh.
Instead, John Olsen.
Ini kayaknya mereka mau cepet-cepet nutupin round.
Thought's gonna be a
Wah.
swing out from close to the wall around the smoke.
Forsaken
Anya will
ayo
pick up
bisa
that
dong.
kill. Now down to Forsaken 1v3. Showstopper still online for John Olsen, so you gotta imagine we still got at least one more round in the tank. The
Aduh,
five that will
NT.
close things out on his
Guys.
line as Full Sense brings it up to 5.
Yeah,
Kayaknya
I
harus
mean, just
relax dulu nggak sih?
Full Sense here able to kind of catch Paper
Aduh,
Rex
mereka mau
sort of
cepet-cepet closing nih.
overconfident, I think, and you know, to get a good showstopper.
Kebiasaan,
he finds
nafsu.
that angle, but, you know, John
Ini
Olsen
tadi
is
main
just
fit
ready.
sama Jing.
Because I felt like to me, Paper Rex was just like, okay, fine, we're all four here now. You know, now we're either just gonna chase you or you know just scooch across the middle of the map to get over to the other side. But instead, it's you know a great heads-up play by John. And now let's see, can they continue this run? Fox with Seekers. I mean, you have no room for error.
Padahal udah 12 nih.
Yeah, but they do still have the rifles, right? And Paper X, their economy once again having to go for these stingers. Only the one rifle on Jing. And that gets taken down immediately by PTC. Weaker weapons for Paper X.
I've got your trail.
And that signifies it's a call
Oh ya,
for
tapi
the
kan kita
Seekers.
lagi ini.
And they see all of them going the other way except for one. That's kept Mind Freak just stuck here. There's the paranoia. He can't find his target. The showstopper coming through. Fox deep on the lurk as well. Ready for more members. Even has backup in the form of PTC and John Olsen. PTC wants to make that Viper spit. They want to change the ultimates going forward, and he'll have it ready if he can find the last kill. And so he does. Viper spit online. That's Full Sense catches up to 6.
Okay. I mean, they're
Oh ya, kemarin Min main
making the
PR
most
chat
of
ya.
this. Every opportunity
Min
that
lagi main
they're given
PR
by
chat.
Paper X is being taken advantage of.
Tapi
And
Min
yeah,
main
certainly
PR chat tuh cuma
wanna take a
dengerin
time
orang
out.
karaoke.
Try to
Asa
regroup
main
here.
Suika.
I think maybe
main
Try to find
karakter-karakternya.
ways to work together like you do on that attacker side. I don't know, maybe play the
Raifal
map
juga
like
main ya
you are on
VR
the
chat ya?
attacker side again. Just kind of send it at
Just
him
full
and
send it.
see what happens. Yeah.
Yep, throw paranoia and everything, right? I mean, listen, sometimes that helps with that mental conditioning, of course.
Wah, time
Very
out.
high
Ya,
risk,
harus
high
time out.
reward.
Bener.
We'll have to
Coach
see
Alex, waktu
what he
dan
back
tempat
on for Coach
dipersilakan.
Alex.
They've got the Thrash still, I think, right? Did they use it? I don't think they did.
No, I don't believe they did.
Yeah.
You're right. That
So-
ultimate is still in line.
That's a good way to clear
Kayaknya
that
something
Viper's
senyum
Pit.
dulu. Dari
know,
tadi
that's
dia
a
nggak senyum
really-
tau.
Good option for them here. Probably being reminded of that, I suspect, by Alex. At least I would hope, giving them some thought, you know. even if
Mihaa
things kind
kemarin
of
ketemu orang
off
Indo yang ngejek
off the
suara
start
kamu.
don't necessarily go your way.
Min kurang
Don't
tahu
worry,
sih
you've
orang
got
Indo atau
options, you
enggak.
got ways to deal with that
Tapi
powerful
ya dia
ultimate.
ngejek.
No, I
Harus
think
dia bilang
a big
awal.
difference we're seeing from
Harusnya kamu nggak
here
open
in
mic
J1
pakai
is,
bahasa
of course,
Inggris
without the
tapi
Cypher, Paper X can't be as comfortable
Okay,
just
you
really
should
shifting their
not
entire
open
weight to
your
the other
mic.
side and pushing out and relying
Wah.
on the trap wires, right? I mean, you still need someone
jadinya Min
to
bete
really
dong. Jadi Min
work
nggak
off of
menangin
it, double
roundnya.
check once the toxic screen goes down from that Viper.
Min
You
main-main.
want to know
Swear,
that it's
tapi
having
Min
a big effect.
main-main
So
ngekill-nya
this
banyak.
time, it does look like it's a bit of a
Buset,
setup that you called for. Looks like a paranoia potentially at the ready for Monyet, maybe a one-way, and then Jing ready to push out of elbow.
Just
Terus
eat
yang
it
Min
at 'em.
kagetin tuh
Just go for it.
I think it's coming.
temannya cewek juga tahu, buset.
Just the one-way, oh, not even a one-way, just a full
Bisa-bisanya ada cewek yang
they can secure that
ngebenarin
full court and a main
teman
control,
cowoknya
even
ngejek
closing the
suara
door.
cewek
So
lain.
the
Wah.
idea is leave that mid open, just have someone
Ya,
watch
Bang.
it, even though we don't have that Cypher. No,
Oh my God.
Forsaken, if he had peeked
Main
out,
tapi
would've
berhenti
been
karena
two
banyak main
members ready to
circle di
gun him
sana.
down.
Ah, iya sih,
Where they
bener-bener.
learn their
Ini
lesson.
kemarin ada
He
ketemu
goes for the
si
quick
orang
swing out
Indo
and
ya
then
di VR chat ya.
doubles back.
Kayaknya
Doesn't
mereka
want
udah
to overdeal
klop
here
satu sama
for
lain
extra
semuanya.
damage.
Tapi baik kok.
Here, that operator coming out from
Ngajak Min
Fox. and
ngobrol
Paper
juga,
X says,
tapi Min
okay, it's not our turn
nggak
to
open
rest
mic.
just yet. Spike still near the spawn. Sushi Boy
Min
starting
cuma
his work
loncat-loncat di
near A.
VR chat.
Something gets one kill on John Olsen.
Soalnya nggak tahu.
Pretty nasty stuff there.
Kata teman
Something
Min,
finally
Min
able to come
sering
over and set up a
patah-patah
bit
di
of a
VR
crossfire.
chatnya.
Now you're going for the
Karena
thrash
pakai
already.
wifi.
That's just a bait
sinyal.
for Jing, baby.
Oh
Disuruh
man,
pakai
absolutely
wifi lewat
ties up that
kabel.
operator. And now they saw
Lewat
another
LAN
member in
katanya.
tiles. They have an inkling that this is going to be the A side, but do
Jahat
they know
bener,
that Sushi Boys is already this deep? Now they do. Sever Cage just to keep
Padahal
backside
kan
safe.
main Palo itu yang dilihat skill ya, bukan suara
Now
ya.
the question is, you have a boom bot, you have a few tools to clear out this
Meskipun
Viper's
Min
pit.
skillnya
See if
cukup
they can
sih.
get it done. Paranoia doesn't really hit anything, just crosses across the front of the site. 3 players for full sense, basically planted inside of this.
3 lawan 5.
Just able to go around
Tapi
the
ada
state by
Viper's
himself. We're gonna wait for his teammates to join up. You can see Mindfreak
Ini
well
ya.
aware of that
Oh,
potential
nice
flank
net.
around him. Monyet
Wah,
just on top of
nice
the
banget.
generator there. Able to peek into the pit, gets the kill onto PTC.
Kasih smoke, kasih smoke.
Causes chaos for Full Sense as they've lost control of the site.
Nice net.
Leviathan, the last one alongside Sushi Boys, not able to defend
Nice
it.
ah.
And Paper Rex
GG.
will be taking this series 2-0 to move on to
GG.
the decider match here at the AVL.
Well, you got a little bit,
Wah, monyet dia suka langsung jalan-jalan ya,
little bit
dapat
worrisome
tangan.
there for Paper X in a couple of
Wah,
rounds. Looked a little bit
Sasuga main monyet.
off kilter, but once they took a timeout and kind of rethought things, come right back and
Dia suka
seal the deal. But,
monyet.
you know, after a 10-2
Dia
start,
langsung
kind of had
jalan
the
ke
feeling
teman-temannya.
that it was pretty likely to be Paper X's map, but clearly
Yeah.
this map in general is something they are looking very scary on.
Pakai
Something that
kabelan
the other
biar
teams will have to keep in
biar
mind
makin
as
bagus
we
sinyalnya.
not only continue for the
Teman Min
AVL,
nyaranin Min
but get
ganti
prepared for the
pakai
partner
kabelan.
teams, of course, in BCT Pacific. Looking forward to 2024.
Masalahnya
be on
Min
even
nggak tahu
footing, you gotta get to
caranya nanti
working on that
gimana masuk
sunset,
kamar
'cause Paper X,
kabelnya.
They're now having, you know,
Dindingnya
1, 2, maybe
dipulangin
even 3
dikit
different
gitu.
agent compositions at the ready. Love to see the fist bumps, of course.
Min
You know,
jago
all
kok, mereka
credit
iri
to Full
aja.
Sense, had to battle through the
Makasih
Thailand
loh baca
qualifiers to get
kehidupan.
here. Had some amazing maps shown
Wih,
against both
mereka-
TRX and Paper X, the two
Yalah.
best teams that BCT Pacific has to
Bagus
offer.
juga sih sebenarnya
I-
FS.
look, you gotta really like what you see from Full
Min
Sense.
suka
I mean,
duelis
Thai
ya,
fans
si
should be
John.
pleased that this team is already, you know, with Fox and
Bukan dia
Sushi Boys
mirip-mirip
coming in
Kangkang tau
looking
si
this
John.
good. They should be a force to be reckoned with as 2024 rolls on. You know, probably going to be making a run at Ascension next year,
Monyet
so
kayak
that's
Winnie
really
the Pooh.
exciting.
Yeah, GG
Gemoy
well
itu,
played for
bener.
sure to
Min
Full
manggil
Sense. I
monyet
think
tuh juga
they
suka
gained a
bilang gemoy.
lot of new fans that
Tadi
haven't really
aja
followed the
kameramennya
Thai scene
liatin
closely
monyet kan
domestically.
berkali-kali.
And now with the added power, as you mentioned, the added experience of Fox and Sushi Boys, this is a team that a lot of fans will be keeping their eye on as a contender for the challenger scene and potential Ascension tournament next year in 2024. But this will be the end of their journey here at the Africa TV Valorant League.
Yeah, man, if you weren't already standing John Olsen and PTC, you're wrong. You should have been. I love these two players. Been a big fan of them since back in 2021 LCQ, man. They were really impressing me way back then, and even now, still got it, still looking good.
What?
Paper
Word
X,
horror?
yeah, they're
Min
so
belum
strong.
pernah
You know,
ke
it kind of
World
makes sense. Then I
Horror.
start kind of like thinking about
Min
it,
udah
like
pernah
Sunset.
cobanya baru
Not only is it,
karaoke
I don't know, the map doesn't
sama
really matter to me so much, but it's like
English
the
Jepang
fact that it's the new map with the new player,
sama
right? So
wordnya
they're able to build from the
sama
ground up with
karakter.
Monyet, or
Baru 4
potentially.
itu sih.
You know what I mean? Like that could be a big potential
Word
of why
yang
this
sering
is
Min
looking pretty good.
datangin.
Now, granted, they didn't
Min
even play
baru
with him
5
on day
kali
one
deh
when they
main
beat Sentinels,
QR chat.
but on this map. But you know, clearly this is just
Sama
them kind
Among
of being able to build
Us.
from scratch
Min
with a
pernah
new
ke Among Us
roster
langsung kena
setup.
bunuh sama
Regardless, the ideas are
imposternya.
there.
They're definitely
imposter
showcasing a
ya?
lot of good stuff. You kept talking about
Iya,
the
sama
angles, right?
infonya.
The way they're holding for trays at the way,
Baru
and that's
main,
on
baru
the
coba,
move,
langsung
right?
kena
Not just
kill,
on defense, but
astaga.
as they're trying to execute onto a site, things like that. The Gecko utility looking very promising
No
for
thrifty
something
and no
as
clutch.
well. And of course the stats, I mean, pretty straightforward. Paper X dominating forward the majority of the map. And we talked about it, but dread it, run from it. Comes back all the same.
Iya,
Paper X
jadi Word
versus
Horror itu
DRX.
kayak
The
main game
RX
horror
battles
bisa
continue
nyelesain
even in
misi
the
gitu.
off-season.
Wow.
How? How
Jadi
does this
satu
keep
game bisa main
happening?
banyak
Why?
game.
Like you thought you might have dodged it? Nope.
Kira-kira
Yeah,
Right back
di
at
VR
it.
chat
We all knew
apa
it was
game
coming when
horror
we saw the
yang
groups announced, right?
Raifal
Like, there's the same
saranin
group
ke Min?
again. Okay, here we
Biar
go.
nanti
We
kalau
just
Min
thought it would be
login,
in a
Min
different
coba.
match in the series. But overall, Monyet proving a lot of the doubters wrong. Had a bit of a slow start
Yang
on
game
day
apa
one
sih
of
yang
the
kayak
ABL, but puts up some good numbers across the
Exit
entire
ya?
series today. And
Min
I
lupa,
love that
tapi
you gave
ada
that
Min
shout out to
pernah
John
datang
Olsen,
sekali,
even
tapi
PTC,
nggak
the
ada
other
orang
members there.
siapapun, jadi Min keluar
I again
takut.
think they showed very promising play individually and as a team.
Yeah, no. I'm really impressed, and I fully mean that. I'm really impressed with
I'm
full
really
sense. So looking
impressed.
forward to see how they continue to
Saya
build
benar
throughout the course of next year. Looking forward to hopefully seeing them again in
terkeras.
future events, because look, they pushed Paper X and DRX. They pushed,
Terus,
you know, yeah, Paper X. Okay, you could argue maybe they had a new roster, or whatever, but
Min suka tahu
they pushed
dengerin
DRX like
orang
with their
jago
normal
bahasa
roster.
Inggris.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special interview for you from one
Apalagi
of the
misalnya
winners in
dia
this match. It's going to
dari
be
negara
Paper
yang
X
bukan
Jing.
bahasa Inggris ya. Nah, abis itu ngomong bahasa Inggris,
페이퍼렉스가 승리를
그래.
신고하면서 다음 경기를 준비하게 됐습니다.
민정권.
페이퍼렉스의 찡 선수 만나볼게요. 승리 축하드립니다.
Anjing!
아, 오늘 정말 헤이븐에서만 34라운드의
이모티
경기를 치렀고
안징.
선셋은 빠르게 정리했습니다. 지칠 법도 할 것 같은데 아직 한 경기 남았거든요. 현재 컨디션은 어떨까요? Now, Jin, congratulations. I mean, you guys were
Wah,
trapped in
langsung
the
bahasa
overtime
Inggris.
jail for a while on Haven, but you blasted through Sunset. But you still have one more to go. You feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm feeling okay.
Okay. Well, what can you tell us
Okay.
about the game against Full Sense?
I think on Haven, they played really well, and we also had like a couple of mistakes. So like the game was really close. It was very intense, and it could have went like anyway. They could have won.
Benar.
아직까지 컨디션 괜찮다고 하고요.
mamanya
그리고 헤이븐에서는 좀
Ingat
콜센스가
banget tahu
굉장히
mamanya.
잘 하기도 했지만 또 페이퍼렉스 쪽에서도 실수가 나왔기도 했었고 그리고 까딱했다가는 풀센스의 승리로 끝날 수도 있었겠다라고 생각이 들 정도로 경기가 팽팽했다고 얘기를 하면서 그래서 승리하게 돼서 매우 기쁘다고 얘기를 합니다. 찡 선수 이번
합니다.
대회가 정말 페이퍼렉스와 함께하는 마지막 찐막 게임이거든요.
Uncharted Destination.
이번 대회에 임하는
오케이, 오케이.
마음가짐이
Min
좀
SS.
남다를 것 같은데
Biar
어떤
nanti Min cari.
마음가짐으로 임하고 있는지도 물어보도록 할게요. This is your
Aku
literally
jarang sih
the
main yang
last
horor.
Valorant
Jadi
match
Raifal kalau di
ever,
VR chat ke
before
word
stepping
mana
away
aja?
from
Kalau
the
Min
scene
kan
for
ke
a
word
while,
karaoke,
so, you know, must mean a lot
ke
to you.
word English
What's your
Jepang.
mindset heading into ABL?
Min suka
I
dengerin
mean,
orang
this is like an
ngobrol sih
off-season
biasanya.
tournament, so we're just here to have fun. So it doesn't really matter if we win or lose, but of course we will try to win.
오프 시즌이라서 선수들과 함께 그냥 추억을 쌓고 최대한
Main
재밌는
VR
경기를
chat cuma
하기
ngikut
위해서
teman
왔다고
buat konten.
하고요. 그리고 저희 최선을
Buat
다해서
konten.
항상 이기도록 노력하자는 마음가짐으로 임하고 있다고 합니다. 자, 그러면 이제
Pinggir
찡
kota
선수
Indonesia
서둘러서
warung
다음
kopi.
경기를 준비해야 될 텐데 다음 경기
itu
퍼시픽 형제 DRX를
ini,
만나게 됐거든요.
Bintang.
찡 선수는
Waktu
이제
itu Min cari kan,
DRX
ada nggak ya
멤버들과
word
펼치는
Indonesia?
마지막
Jadi Min
경기가
ketik
될 것
Indonesia.
같은데 하고 싶은
Ada
말이
tuh
있는지
pinggir
한마디
kota Indonesia sama
부탁해볼게요.
warung kopi.
And as I said, you have one more to go. Your facing your Pacific Brothers DRX.
Masalahnya Min gak berani join soalnya kan Min lihat kan cuma
I
ada
hope we have a good
berapa
game
orang
and
di world-nya, jadi kayak
hopefully we'll win.
waduh, ini kalau Min join
재밌는 경기 끝까지 잘 펼쳤으면 좋겠고요. 그리고
kebanyakan
저희가
geng
이겼으면
gak ya?
좋겠다고 얘기를 하는 찡 선수였습니다. Thank you so much for your time, 찡.
Thank you.
I'm gonna let you go catch a breath, you know, get ready for the next
Min
game.
suka
Good
join
luck.
yang
And
wordnya
yes,
rame
you
atau
guys,
enggak
you
wordnya
heard that
sepi.
right. We have another elimination match coming up. So after we take a break, it's gonna be Paper X versus DRX. We'll see you on the other side. 자, 이렇게 해서 또 하나의 단두대 매치가 기다리고 있죠. 페이퍼 X와 DRX의 경기 잠시 후 쉬었다가 여러분께
Kawaii
찾아오도록 하겠습니다.
kakaknya. Bye bye. Yos, di RX sama PRX nextnya. Tang 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 tang. Something ngapain tuh? Main geng Min, I see.
But Jing doesn't want to miss a beat. Doesn't want to give them time.
Min aja main
to
PR chat
regain
ini karena
control.
teman
The
Min
nice
nyaranin
flash coming in,
daripada
but Diz holding true here.
gabut, lebih baik
And
ke
it's going to
PR
be
chat
Rack
aja dengerin
pushing
orang
elbow, but
nyanyi
yet gets
katanya.
the kill. In spot, running out of time just a bit. Jing
Dan Min
sneaks
suka
through.
dengerin
The
orang
smoking
nyanyi,
it.
apalagi yang
Donald
karaoke
even though
versi
the save,
Jepang.
He wants to. He's trying to send everything. The paranoia. And
Kalian
Donald
tahu
dodges
lagu-lagu
it all,
baru
getting it a
kan?
double, only one kill. You're watching market. Dizzy does barely spot it, but
Mau
he's
join tapi sibuk sama circle-nya. Bener.
trying to go for the anti-flash, but he can't hide in time. No backup there for the trouble.
Min paling suka biasanya kalau bilang hai, dah bisa deh. Min dengerin aja mereka ngomong.
Also pick up a kill of himself and the thrash. Brought a full sense to buy enough time.
Ini untung banget ya ini PRX menang.
Does he go for
Tadi
the
kalau
fight
mereka
plan?
kasih
No, he's
harapan
gonna get one
7
kill
atau
back, gives
8
him the confidence to
bahaya
finish
sih.
time. Jing has to let go. And Sushi Boy,
Nah, ini
he
juga
tries to
nih.
bait him in, goes for the swing out, but he's so low. Oh no, okay, I'm always wrong about this one. Oh my god! Something, how do you do that?
Faker.
나를 부르는 수많은 단어들.
Faker?
데빌 형.
하지만
Devil
나를
형.
가장 기쁘게 하는 건 팬들과
상혁이
소통할 때
형.
나는 살아있음을 느낀다.
혹시 나랑
혹시
1대1
나랑.
가능? 피지컬은 나쁘지 않는데 운영이 좀 아쉽네.
아쉽네.
선수들과 직접 소통할 수
bahasa
있는 게임
Korea
방송과
ini
구독자
rada
Q&A까지
mudah dibaca sih
아프리카
sebenarnya.
TV 팀 페이지
선수들과 직 Arkadixas disconnected. Don't miss the action. Hans Gaming Valorant.
Một sản phẩm của VTV Card, xem miễn phí và bình luận trực tiếp trên online, nền tảng livestream các giải đấu thể thao điện tử.
Yes, kita bakalan break lagi nungguin matchnya di RX dan PRX. So, stay tuned.
Xem livestream vui hơn, tranh luận kịch tính hơn, thách đố dinh qua khủng. Online, nền tảng livestream tương tác bản quyền. Xem ngay tại online.vn.
Belum.
Tải ứng dụng trên App Store
Ini
và Google
istirahat
Play.
lagi. Waiting for next match. DRX versus PRX. Yes. See you guys di match selanjutnya.
From the top.
나를 부르는 수많은 단어들.
페이커?
불사대마 대비력.
하지만 나를 가장 기쁘게 하는 건
상혁이야.
팬들과 소통할 때 나는 살아있음을 느낀다.
혹시 나랑 1대1 가는? 피지컬은 나쁘지 않는데 운영이 좀 아쉽네.
선수들과 직접 소통할 수 있는 개인 방송과 구독자 Q&A까지. 아프리카 TV 팀 페이지.
Once again, lost two characters. Một sản phẩm của VTV Cup, xem miễn phí và bình luận trực tiếp trên online, nền tảng livestream các giải đấu thể thao điện tử. Cháy từng khoảnh khắc cùng với các streamer. Xem livestream vui hơn, tranh luận kịch tính hơn, thách đố dinh qua khủng. Online, nền tảng livestream tương tác bản quyền. Xem ngay tại online.vn hoặc tải ứng dụng trên App Store và Google Play.
Connected chemistry, downloaded memory, uphold the entity. This is the future, space age crusader, light being creator. Everybody's in danger. Shining illuminated, took it, I had to take it. Look, mama, I made it. They looking like paparazzi. They see me but never got me. A hard act to follow. You can never copy. You can never slow me down. This the energy they need right now. Here we go, huh? You can never slow me down.
Life is game on the game with AVL 2023. Yes, we're not just done yet because we have one more match and one more team to send to the semifinals of the AVL. We are awaiting the decider match of Group A between PaperX and DRX.
It's the RX battle. I like to call it the pharmacy battle.
The pharmacy battle,
That's right.
You're right. Yeah. Gotta get Dr. Mario in here.
I needed the pharmacy to get me through this game, man. Like, it is like, my voice is starting to struggle a little bit, but I'm doing good. I'm excited for the match. I mean, look, these two teams square off against each other so much, but now you're seeing a little bit of a different iteration of PaperX in particular. So how is DRX going to be able to stack up against that? Frankly, it looks like DRX is kind of struggling to keep all the pieces together here, even with this older roster. And I can tell you, it's been frustrating. Like, if you go back and watch that VOD, Buzz was not happy during that last game.
Yeah, there are some question marks to be had. But let's take a look at the bracket as it has been updated with today's matches so far. Of course, working our way through Group A at the moment. Both groups going through a double elimination format. Sentinels really just bypassing all expectations and moving on up from the winner's match directly into the playoffs. And now DRX, after that loss, they've been waiting on standby. And now they will enter the stage once again to meet their age-old rivals in PaperX.
I'm really excited for this matchup, but it is also a little sad that we're going to lose, you know, one of these two teams here right after this match. Someone's going home, or in PRX's case, they're just staying here in Korea, but I think PaperX probably too. But I have no idea. I have no idea what to expect here. Yeah, it is totally crazy. Now I'm starting to be like, is our finals going to be like Sentinels T1, Sentinels Team Liquid?
Team Liquid,
no,
baby. Hell
no,
yeah.
It can't be.
Get Pacific out of here.
It's not possible.
Well, I mean, it's like you said, DRX obviously hometown favorites, but then Paper X, to a certain extent, also kind of a hometown favorite since they've been playing in Korea for VCT Pacific. They're the reigning winners of VCT Pacific. And to say that one of them will get eliminated and no longer be playing here at the AVL is kind of shocking. But all credit to Sentinels. And now, of course, it's a battle between DRX and PRX. We'll take a look at DRX first, of course. A really tough match against Sentinels. I mean, Sentinels just coming so well prepared today.
Yeah, it looked pretty good to start for DRX. On their defender side, on Bind, it felt like maybe they could, get something done here, and then Split, of course, very close, but for DRX, just a little bit short, just a little bit shy, and some of the coordination and the firepower that the Sentinels have just seems to be a little bit too much for DRX to handle so far. And
this right here, I mean,
it's so close, dude.
Yeah, if he had gotten the double kill there, it's over, right?
It's over.
Mean, we're able to go to a map 3, but they get 2-0'd by Sentinels. Of course, we just took a quick look at just the DRX moments of that match earlier today. And taking a look at their attacks, kind of the weak spot so far. And Ascent still reigning supreme the one time they played it initially against Full Sense. We'll see how that comes into play. They entered just the core 5 for this tournament on the roster. So they have committed to sticking with this, which is funny because, of course, their opponents, Paper X, are now the ones who have been found playing musical chairs with all of their players.
Yeah, right. It is a little bit surprising to me in some ways when I initially look at the stats where I'm like, DRX not as good on attack. That's kind of surprising. A lot of times, at least in our region in particular, they're quite good on attack. But when you think about the comps that they're trying, the comps that they're running, a lot of them are more defensive heavy. They're trying a lot of Cypher stuff. So it kind of does make a little bit of sense, but we'll see if against Paper X here, if they can exploit, frankly, some of the weaknesses we've seen with Paper X. I wouldn't be surprised if Haven gets through again, potentially, because of the weaknesses that Paper X has shown on that map, I would say. And the fact that it has usually been a consistent map, except against Full Sense for DRX. So I'm very curious to see how this is going to go, because we know what the bans are almost certainly going to be. Bind's been banned every time by PRX. Sunset banned every time by DRX.
Right.
Haven should be open.
Oh, that's true. And I mean, the question remains, right? Do you still play the Reyna when you're playing against DRX? We'll have to wait to see. Of course, Sunset most likely not going to be in the pool. So while Paper X has looked great and so promising on that map, we won't be seeing it. But okay, so we're going back to what we all assume is going to be the fixed starting 5 for 2024. We saw a glimpse of it on day 1 against Sentinels, I believe, on Breeze with the kind of wonky comp they had going on there, Mind Freak on Silva. But this is what they're starting off with in this best of 3.
And this is to me, these 5 players scream double controller, double duelist. That's what I would like to see more of.
Yeah, that's what you can flex in between. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And then Divide, that sturdy initiator who could play Sky on basically every map and find value because he's just that good at Sky. But Forsaken has so much flexibility in his agent pool that I think you could really start experimenting with some more stuff. And now that something's good on Gecko, this could get really interesting this year for Paper X.
There's definitely more options, and a lot of people were hoping to see more of this iteration of the roster. I'm also just glad to see that, they're starting with this 5 here against DRX, right? I mean, this is, you lose, you get eliminated. Sure, it's an off-season tournament, right? It's not going in the history books of VCT and your overall VCT career, but it's still VCT offseason. It's still DRX. It's still in front of the Korean crowd. You're playing in Seoul, all throughout VCT Pacific here in 2023. There is a lot to play for, and if you lose today, no more matches, no more chances for you to really flex your muscles here with this new lineup.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think both these teams are going to be taking this pretty serious. I think they really want to see how they're going to be matching up against each other going into 2024, because certainly they're going to be the 2 favorites in Pacific. Once again, T1, of course, looking great as well, but you've got to look at these 2 teams. I mean, the firepower, the history, all of that is going to be there, and certainly you want to see exactly how well you measure up with Monyet in the roster as Paper X. Just see exactly what the weaknesses are against who is likely to be your top rival, and see what needs to be tweaked and fixed coming into the next year.
Yeah, very curious to see what maps, first of all, we're going to see with this roster. Do we go back to the Breeze? But of course, kind of the main talking point whenever it comes to the RX battle here between DRX and Paper X, we've really been focusing on Forsaken and RB throughout the year, right? Both of these players really moving into these diverse flex roles. And I mean, Forsaken at a certain point starts to surpass RB just because he's tried so many different agents, and both of them really shine in their own right.
Yeah, no, and both really good on like Sentinels, like Killjoy in particular. I thought Forsaken on Pearl, for example, really started to shine. RB has been asked to play a lot of Cypher here for DRX at this event, so far it's been a little hit or miss, to be honest. But, you know, Forsaken, his KO looking really good on Sunset, so this is kind of the typical Forsaken for me, and RB just trying to get back in the groove. Now it seems he's being really called upon to focus on the Sentinels, at least for now.
Yeah. I mean, trying out Cypher on all the maps that they've played so far. And, you know, the numbers don't tell the entire story for RB, right? Because if you're really fixed on this lurking role, oftentimes if your main force falls apart, then there isn't too much you can do. But I think more focused on the fact that, okay, Forsaken on that KO, he's able to take a lot more initiative into his own hands, and clearly that's been working out very well for him so far with some very respectable numbers on the stat line.
Oh no, I've been really impressed with Forsaken, no matter what he's playing. It doesn't even matter, but his KO on, it's like doing a lot of the things, again, that you kind of see with a KO on Ascent, where he's checking certain angles, certain corners for players, you know, using that fragment to clear some of those angles, some of that space around those tight, narrow corridors that Sunset offers to you. So kind of like, it's like some teams look to be approaching Sunset almost like Split, whereas now I'm seeing like, it's almost more like Ascent in PRX's mind, almost.
Yeah, there's a little mix of both for sure. And of course, as we get ready for the match, let's take a look at our predictions here from the casters. Myself and Achilles from home, we're voting for Paper X, but you have selected DRX, so I'd love to hear your reasoning first.
I don't know. I just think like maybe Paper X is a little bit burnt out after that overtime series against, yeah, they have some confidence coming off of Sunset, but I think DRX hopefully is going to be fired up after that loss to Sentinels and is going to be able to mentally regroup, because I think they should have a pretty good read here on how this is going to go potentially. But I'm very split. Again, it was a really hard decision to make.
I think it's fair. I mean, obviously you want to have a bit more faith for that core 5 of DRX, but they haven't been up to the level we're used to seeing from them. For myself, I mean, it's what we talked about during those Paper X games, right? Is despite the musical chairs, their comms, their ability to trade seems to be there, especially for Sunset. Yep. Now, obviously that probably won't happen here, but we are seconds away from finding out what the map draft is going to be for this decider match of Group A here at the AVL. The rematch of the Grand Finals of VCT Pacific 2023 returns to Seoul, South Korea, as we now only have one spot left from Group A to move on to the playoffs of the Africa TV Valorant League.
And DRX stepping out on the stage first, their hometown of Seoul, South Korea, looking to see if they can right the ship here. Things have been a little bit unsteady for them throughout this event, you know, narrowly besting Full Sense. So if you think about it that way, in terms of relative power levels, you might be slightly considering Paper X, but I think because Paper X has relied so heavily on Sunset as well, that's also I'm kind of a little bit leaning towards DRX.
Ini versus yang udah biasa banget.
They've been grinding away at that map,
Dilihat
and it shows. And reason tells us that DRX will be banning it again. Good to see Neon's sprint is still online here for Monyet. Just trying to run away from the camera as fast as possible. The high spirits continue despite a very long map 1 against Full Sense that they eventually were able to come out victorious on. And of course, this is that starting 5 for 2024 Paper X here. Monyet in the mix. And the remaining four and the two coaches. We're so used to this shot between Alex and Termi. Really a battle between the coaches as well.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, exactly what they prepared in terms of Alex, again, integrating Monyet into the Paper X system, whereas for Termi, trying to keep DRX on the, you know, straight and narrow, trying to keep them on a path where they're improving, but despite a lot of trials and tribulations for the DRX squad throughout the years, and you know, never able to find that international trophy that they've wanted for so long, so close so many times. But you know, when it comes to an actual VCT official event, DRX has come up short. So has Paper X, but they've gotten just a little bit deeper with second place finishes. Paper X never better, or excuse me, DRX never better than third.
Yeah, DRX never got to that grand final on an international stage. Paper X, one step ahead of him, lifting up the inaugural VCT Pacific Trophy as well, right here in the hometowns of these gentlemen you see on camera, the Kings of Korea. And they still hold on to that title for now, if you wanted to argue about it, but ever since we've joined as Pacific, Paper X have risen to the top.
No doubt, and last year was just so impressive for Paper X. You know, even with difficult circumstances coming into, you know, Masters Tokyo, where CGRS had to step in, still get a third place. Coming into Champs, they get second, getting that grand finals through the winner's side, you know, besting EG the first time around, and of course falling to them in the grand finals proper. But I would really think that this Paper X team should once again either be first or second in the Pacific League, depending on how it shakes out. You know, you would think on paper, but again, you never know. It all depends on how it all shakes out, how they actually fit together.
And all teams look a lot stronger, right? Moving on, I mean, we got to see T1 in the flesh here in Group B. They look very impressive here as a revamped roster for Pacific. Some of the other teams that we haven't quite gotten to see during the offseason continuing to show promising futures. So you got to imagine Paper X, they know that they're not quite free from the pressure. But a lot of people have expectations that despite, you know, some of the experimenting that might be going on here in the offseason, just look at the pure individual firepower, and this team should have no reason to shy away from at least top two. Meanwhile, DRX, we thought, okay, stability is back with the core five. They should be able to have smooth sailing courses all through the group stage here at the AVL, and they have been struggling just a bit against the likes of Full Sense and Sentinels.
Yeah, and I think it's been a little frustrating for DRX because I think they expected to be a little stronger coming in here, going back towards this old, standard roster. You know, they've been kind of giving Flashback and Foxy 9 some opportunities and some of the other third-party events that have been happening throughout this offseason. Now you're back to the old standard, and you would hope that all their experience and all the other things that this would be just kind of them, you know, slotting right back into that groove, but so far they haven't been able to really find it, in my opinion.
Well, hopefully the first two matches of this tournament have been enough for both teams to get back into form, as they are so familiar with each other. The mind games have been tossed back and forth. It used to be that DRX, you know, always was able to come out on top despite the chaos, and finally at Pacific, Paper X consistently defeating their rivals up to the grand final, lifting up that trophy for the first time ever since the partner leagues come around here for VCT. And now we look at the map draft. All eyes on Paper X with this starting five. What is it going to be? Because Sunset surely will not be allowed through from DRX.
Please jangan ada split.
That's the real question. What are they going to fall back to here?
Wah, Sunset kena
Paper
ini.
X. Oh, Lotus.
Lotus.
Okay. I mean, a very stable, you know, map pick that Paper X used to have, and DRX saw that Breeze comp. They saw the Euro comp and said, well, we know how to play against that. We'll pick that one up. It didn't look that clean. Haven and Split will be banned out. So Paper X banning out the Haven as well, and if it goes to Ascent, I mean, this is just gloves off an all-out brawl between these two.
Yeah, no. I would love to see it go to Ascent for sure. I mean, these are two teams that it is always a pleasure to watch them, and like you were talking about, usually DRX has had the better of them, but since something came on board, it changed pretty quickly, and changed at the most important moment for Paper X in Grand Finals, and still pretty explosive. We haven't seen, I would say, that kind of commanding performance just yet from something and the overall dominance that he could bring out, but he's been quite solid, and yes, we know Monyet
Oh, we're looking at you. Everyone's looking at you.
Yeah, everyone,
Manya.
all eyes are on you, buddy.
Yeah, everyone's got some big expectations, especially just, seeing what Jing
Kasih
can
peace,
continue to do,
Manya,
right? I mean, it's
something. He's like, what are you doing?
it's not a one-to-one
Akhirnya
comparison,
something
but
senyum.
obviously he is still filling that slot in terms of the lineup itself, despite perhaps maybe a
Lucu banget
deeper
sih.
Asian pull, we could argue, for
Gemoy.
Manya.
Oh, yeah. No. Manyet can also play duelists. I mean, we know that's kind of where he got his bread and butter to start, where people really started to catch
Apakah
some
dua
eyes
duelis
onto
atau
him.
satu
And Agent
duelis?
select. Okay. For DRX.
Okay. Oh, wow. So they're sticking with the Killjoy. I was
Wah,
wondering if we'd see
dua-dualis
some Cypher here
Monyet.
as well. But meanwhile, it is going to be Monyet on that race. So Paper X sticking with the composition they've always had.
Finally,
But now
Monyet
instead of
pakai
Jing,
duelis.
it's got to be Monyet. And you got to imagine the pressure's on him because now it's a one-to-one comparison to Jing.
Yeah, this is one of the agents that really got people's attention for Monyet, and he's back on it. So I guarantee a lot of fans of Monyet are going to be very excited to see this race
Salah
once
satunya
again.
Min fansnya.
And I like the double duelist setup here for Paper X. I think this is a lot of what
Kali
maybe
ini
they're going to be
something
leaning
dong
into in
kameranya.
2024 potentially.
Senyum
Forsaken
dia.
Cypher as well, I really like on this map. I
So
really
good.
think the way that he uses the cyber cages in particular is really quite interesting.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, one of those players that really started to pick up the Odin all the time whenever you could. Use those trap wires and the cam to your advantage. As
Yes,
there's so
udah
many
siap-siap tuh.
walls you can just spam through, controlling a revolving door, or just see as the entire site itself. So the comps are what we're used to from these two teams. We're looking at the core five from both lineups. And ladies and gentlemen, only one team will rise to the occasion to go to the playoffs here at
Jangan
ABL
sedang main.
2023. Map 1 in the best of 3. Between these two teams, we go to Lotus.
D atau P yang bakalan jadi pemenangnya.
Oh, be still my heart.
Oh, this is exciting.
Oh, it's so I'm so happy that these two teams get to play in a way. I mean, I know they're probably not happy about it,
Paper X fighting.
but I sure am.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to continue to play against each other next year as well, and we'll see who gets to have that upper hand to wrap things up in 2023. The ability to eliminate your rival
Jadi
from
kayak
the ABL.
ngeliatin
DRX on the attack. Eyes
Final
on to B
Pacific tau.
side. All
DRX
5 as
lawan
well.
DRX.
Just a toxic screen for a little bit of conditioning over by a Rubble. It's going to be a quick start, Monyet. Going for a very deep peek, and he's going to get caught off guard, but the guiding light is going to save him quite a bit as something going for the peek through the revolving door, the trade from RB Sheriff. But both teams locked into this fight for much longer than they had bargained for. The Frenzy could still do a lot of damage. Everyone chipped so low on the side of DRX.
Oh, I didn't
Udah,
realize
nanti habis
DRX was
pelurunya.
flying into the APAC ranked games here like we saw previously with
tinggal
Paper
13
X
peluru.
and Full Sense, just sending it down mid. But yeah, Paper X, they're able to get some pretty serious damage onto RB. He was down to 1 HP. Just gotta spam through and get a lucky shot.
One enemy remaining.
Wow!
Wah, nice
Wow,
ulti,
Mind
nice
Freak from above. The Paranoia only able to cover Baby
Nice, nice.
Door, and it's going to be an excellent double kill from Mind Freak to help hold things down, giving pistol round win to Paper X.
Okie dokie. Looking pretty good for Paper X. DRX, the pistol round woes continue. And Paper X just fully dialed in. Their map pick just spraying right through, seeing those bullets coming out. And wow,
Wah, tadi itu
that is
through
unfair,
their
Mind
smoke
Freak.
tau.
That first one.
Mind Freak nembaknya.
Just feeling the timing.
And
Oh,
something
nice.
just holding from C-Site constantly through that door as well. DRX just going to stick with mostly classics. One shorty, one ghost, and they're just going to run it down. And to be will escape
Okay,
the
nice.
wrath of the Marshal, but the
Wow.
Bulldog will get the spot from the Cypher as Mind Freak goes for the double. Still some
Wah,
damage
nice
done,
banget
but they
sih.
can't just get their
Gak boleh
bearings
gitu.
as Paper
Something.
X will clean house once again.
Oh man, something already
Well, nice
getting the
setup Cypher.
spam at the end of the round in, and he's letting DRX know
I
that
guess
he's come to play today. They want to get this. Yeah, the spots here are so nice for Forsaken to give Mind Freak a pretty easy double there. And yes, Mako does come bounding in with that classic point blank taking him out, but overall, no real concerns for Paper X. DRX just not able to really win out some of these early duels.
Oh, Paper X with a read as well, this time onto the C side. Paint Shell's a little bit far out. Monyet, his entire body showing as Mako is able to pick up that
Kebuka
kill.
banget tadi waktu
Here
lempar
will
bom.
back off. They don't want to get locked into another messy fight.
Wow.
Just a blind partial shot right across as something tries to find a target. DRX checking off corners, but they know they have no information on the other side. They have to go into the site. Mako just trying his best to open things up, and Stacks will make sure he covers the side. A nice slide by from Buzz as he's now able to enter the site. Divide down to 5 HP, goes down, and Forsaken, his location spotted.
Nice
Oh, but
spot.
he gets a nice headshot on Buzz.
Spike planted.
It's tough, man. Forsaken,
Saving sih kayaknya
the
dia.
plan now. Opens the door again, maybe makes them consider that he's rotated around through
Soalnya
B back
Forsaken
to
udah
the
beli
waterfall. But
Phantom.
It's got to be a save, right?
I assume he's gonna try to keep the gun.
He bought up this round, which I was a little surprised about. You know, oftentimes we like to see him kind of greed for the Odin or really save up to it on this map on defense. But now that he bought down to 900 credits, just says, I'll wait here. He did use a revolving door earlier, right? So like you said, he plants it in there that he could have just entirely left. And he's hoping for one or two
Apakah
exit
bisa nih?
frags, DRX. Are they aware of this possibility? It looks like if they're coming with that double angle. He
Okay,
wants to
nice
get the
out,
early
nice.
peek out at the spray down. Can he get the ace?
Nice.
It's going to be the Forsaken
Fase
ace.
Forsaken.
Sacrifices the round for a lot of economic damage.
Iya sih, ekonomi damage.
Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable Forsaken.
Meskipun menang
That
round,
is
tapi
so
tetap
mean. Just
kecil-
brilliant
kecil
stuff. Even though
lah.
they're completely ready for it, he just brutal. Swings out and knocks them down. And that's, okay, DRX wins the round, but the mental damage is tremendous.
Yeah, I mean, at what cost, right?
Right.
Yeah, what
Drop
cost?
all your rifles. He gets to keep one for his name. Saw the operator on the buy screen as well. Paper X, they really want to hammer it home.
They
Paper
should.
X. Are they aware of this? I mean, it seems like they're somewhat aware of the possibility. They want to check for some early peeks out.
Yeah.
This time, working
Wow,
off
nice.
the guiding light, is
Nice,
able to
man.
stabilize, goes for the double off the paint shells as well. Keeps DRX cornered at the entrance.
2 shot.
Just great combination. A little bit disjointed in the previous round. Monyet
Masih ada nya.
got cut off by an nanoswarm from DRX. This time they're playing a little bit further back,
Oke,
waiting for the
nampak.
contact before they send through
Jam picknya
flashes,
tadi nampak
paranoias
soalnya.
to paint shells. There you go. That's some easy pickups for Paper X. Not any damage taken.
Wow.
Literally 0 from Paper X.
Yeah, just continuous spam here for the revolving door as well. You set the trap wire in B. The camera's online as well. Paint shells refresh
Lempar.
off with a double kill. If Devi spots, this is going to be more kills for Monyet. Devi actually is picking one up for himself.
Devi,
And Devi
nice.
continuing to go for
Yes.
the double team. That
Flawless.
Paper X shuts down C-Site, leading 3-1.
Wow. That is
Wah,
a
sampai
really
padahal udah
clean,
beli
really encouraging
operator
sign
ya.
for Paper X fans to see them play off each other like that.
And Monyet
Cool.
just having that confidence, right?
Yeah.
You know, says, this used to be my main role.
Padahal
Don't
awalnya tadi
worry,
Monyet
fans, I'm here.
rada
Frag
nangis.
out. Working off a Devi, ping-ponging back
Ini
and
nice
forth.
banget Davai
It's just
backupnya.
brilliant. They make it look
Let's
easy.
go,
man.
boys.
It ain't. DRX is, no slouches, no doubt about it. And that's some good stuff right there. And kind of spreading the map a little bit more this time around at DRX. Doesn't matter. Zest pays the price for trying.
Yeah, something just actually walks right through the
Oh,
top
nice,
screen.
man.
It looks like
Dapat.
Monyet also ready for the
Wee,
original on
Mind
B, and
Freak,
they
nice.
just swing around. Mind Freak's back on top for him as well.
Ada,
Put him
ada,
on the
ada.
omen, leave him on the smokes, because that's when he frags
Nice.
out to his heart's content.
Flawless.
Monyet with another kill. Showstopper online as Paper X leads 4 points on the board.
Let's go,
Now the
Monyet.
concern for DRX is going to be that these pockets are getting really deep, really fast for
Yeah.
Paper X. I mean, you can see something even with an operator sitting on 6,900 in the
Wah.
back of it. Another flawless for them. And just
Ini
reading
Min
these
suka ini
positions
nih,
so
Mind Freak
well.
tadi
Nice
gua.
little adjustment there from Mind Freak to find the second.
Nice one
There
sih
you
tuh.
go. Monyet, yeah, he takes a headshot, doesn't matter. He's got the far superior gun there. And now he's got an ult to boot. So that's very, very scary. Buzz has his as well, so the dueling showstoppers. Are we going to get the mid-air missile battle? I don't know.
Wah, hati-hatinya.
Quite a few martial arts moments there. Monyet bounces
Yeah,
right through,
Monyet.
but the one-way blooms right over him. Of course, that is the
Yeah.
defensive one as well. He just thought he could
Kenapa
be
nggak
fast enough to
langsung
get through it.
ditekan aja bomnya?
A bit of a greedy play. Uh-oh, that drop being heard. DRX is aware, but Divide still tries to play it to his advantage with the mind games. Not going to find enough kills.
And he almost had the double there.
Around Mind Freak, not going to be able to win the Omen battle. Mako on top this time. And Forsaken wants to find a timing. Waits for the plant. Can he get the plant here? The spike dropped. Neural Thrift activated. Now, still the operator. Something will get one kill. 1v2. If he gets one, gets the Blade Storm. I mean, quite frankly, he has so much creds. If he can even bait out the showstopper, that'd be huge.
I was just thinking the same thing there, and he gets one. The Blade Storm's online, but Buzz will get the wraparound.
Wah, nice try banget tuh dari something.
That is playing with fire there for sure. But I mean, you know, something that's kind of his essence, right? He's got to go for these big plays. And I'd rather he go for it. I mean, otherwise it's just not Paper X, man. It's not WP Gaming.
True. And again, I mean, they're so far ahead in terms of score and credits.
Yeah.
He'll easily get another one. That's just calling for the push forward as soon as they get that kill. It's something we credit him a lot for, right? Just stabilizing those comps here for DRX.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't really like in this round was Mind Freak's position there. He has no hope of winning that exchange. DRX is disciplined about it. He's got no backup. He's on an island right by Baby Door and gets punished for it. There's two angles that can cut you down. So we'll see. Oh my god.
The paranoia doesn't catch the showstopper, so Mungyan, he has to run away, and he can't. Barely lands on Heaven as he gets blasted away by the rival Raze. Forsaken here, working off the cyber cage to try to find an angle. The Seeker is dying out right before they reach their targets and something. He's got his eyes trained on Rumble. He's waiting to buy time for Divide. But there's more than one, and nice swing around from RB. The game sense tingling there. Divide all alone. Trying to go from the flank. Everyone's so split on Paper X. Oh, nice kill. Evens things out, but still the pit. Yeah. I mean, you don't have the paranoia. The spray's coming through. Mind Freak says, no, we gotta bail. I can't do this alone, and here comes RB on the wraparound. Looks like it's just gonna be one rifle saved over for Paper X.
All right, now we're back into it. DRX was just able to shake off those rough early rounds pretty quickly, and they're just right back. You know, the pacey hit here, able to really utilize those ults very nicely, but you did have to invest two pretty big ults. Now, the good news is you still have another big one in the back pocket with RB's lockdown available for DRX, but yeah, just able to get in there, get the rocket, get the pit down, and even able to, you know, punish that attempted rotate by Divide and then get something as well. I mean, that's
ini masih lucu tadi si monyet. Ngapain dia? Sencil ke situ. Tapi inti deh.
During that ultimate activation. RB, nice positioning. And DRX, they've been zoned in, and they forced the timeout from Paper X. Now, you mentioned DRX shaking off, you know, the roughness of the early couple rounds, and a big part of that was, you know, giving up on the focus on, you know, C-Mount, saying, you know what, we've got this composition, we've got the double smokes, we've got the Viper, let's try to fight for Rumble control, and it starts to pay off.
Yeah, that's a good point. They really thought maybe that they could punish Mound, but it was, you know, Monyet and Divide who did the punishing, it felt like. So now you're challenging the other side of the map and finding a lot more success, being able to really take control of that territory. And so now, because especially if you're able to best Monyet on that opening duel right outside of A main, that just gives you so many more options to break through, and they're winning it. You know, maybe a little bit again, you know, Monyet getting a little overconfident. Of course, I would be too. I mean, he's a very good Raze player, so certainly he is deserving of that confidence, and it is Paper X. So they encourage that to some extent. But, you know, DRX has always been a thorn in the side of this team, except for that one time, so.
Interesting. Buzz going for the judge buy again. They've been doing this here and there whenever they know they want to go for a fast hit into short corridors, despite having the extra credits. They will just invest into this Raze, play to that advantage. Trailblazers spots him. Oh, he can't get the kill as something comes around swinging for support. Something with the double they're trying to chase down both members. Mind Freak still very low. The Seekers will locate him, however. Falling door, they don't know how many members are peeking out of that one. And already look at Monyet, he's so fast. On this rotate, they have no idea the double headshots. And it's just Mako all alone.
Mako di sini.
Stuck in Heaven, he gets one. Needs to swing around, he doesn't have much time at the guiding light. Paper X continues to lead.
Yeah, this is just great teamwork
Gua
now.
tadi something.
You know,
Wah, itu
something
tembakannya
quick to bail
seksi
out
bener. Swear, nggak
Mind
bohong.
Freak. Mind Freak was down to 6 HP, so that
Yeah.
judge, maybe the nerf coming into play a little bit
Oh,
there.
yeah, good
Dan Min
point.
suka
Yeah, but,
si monyet
I don't
counter.
mind that from DRX that they want to go for those judges in rounds like that because, in theory, maybe like it opens you up. Not only do you save a little bit of extra economy, but potentially if you win those
Oh,
rounds, like it opens you up for maybe you want to grab an Odin, maybe you want to grab an Op and try something a little bit different. You can squeeze out that extra castle a little
Cuci
bit
muka,
easier.
cuci
Yeah,
muka biar
absolutely.
gak
I mean, I
ngantuk.
like the idea. I'm
Udah.
all for it. It
Yeah.
also conditions them that you couldn't be that aggressive. Something
Tapi
gets
memang jam
pushed out.
segini
There's
tuh
a
rawan
lot
banget
more
ya.
remaining here for Paper X. 4 members, in fact, all around both doors. And Monyet blasts forward with Divide. They'll both get taken down.
Ini baru
And now
baju
it's just
kamu,
down to
udah perang
Mind
aja
Freak
di
who's
A.
able to hold the fort.
Wah,
And
nice.
something covering his teammates back. DRX, they are starting to fall into the hands of Paper X, just right in their palms.
Nontonin
This
si
is
RX
what
nih
they
gak boleh
want,
ke D,
chaos.
tau.
Yep. And this is like
Tiba-tiba Roni udah
DRX being
selesai.
like, okay, the B hit didn't work. Back we go to A, which was working, and this time
Blah, blah,
Paper
blah.
X has more, reinforcements there, a little bit deeper too, to immediately start contesting after DRX pushes
Wah,
that
main
space. They don't
situ.
contest right out the front of the door. They let them push out a little bit, and then they start giving them the old 1-2 there.
Nice.
Really good trades.
Nice
Love the high
run.
energy as well
Wah, nice.
from Paper X. And Mind Freak, he just seems like he's so focused this map. Had some great rounds already. Down to the Sheriffs. That lockdown you mentioned earlier still online.
Oh God, I'd forgotten about it.
DRX, yeah. I mean, they just haven't been able to approach.
Yeah.
Haven't gotten close.
Cage trigger.
Trap wire
Freeze trigger.
activated.
Freeze trigger.
And they're trying to follow
Ada
through on the
di bawah.
Trailblazer, but not able to secure the kill. Now
Wah,
they're
dia
stuck here on
menyelamatin
Tree.
Kossakin,
Can they
tapi
find a way out?
jalannya jadi
It's up to RB. He needs to make something happen from the other side. Breaks the
Wah,
trap
nice.
wire and a nice blast back in from Buzz.
Wah, tapi
RB with the pinch as well. Something just
Udah
clearing out.
dilolotin.
What a bold move. Trapping their opponents in the
Wah.
sight. Stacks finds Divide.
You should run.
Stabilizes things just a bit. Buys time for the lockdown. Freak.
Bisa nggak ya?
Moving forward, goes for the gamble.
Whoa.
Not aware that there's more members. Tries to shadow step out. Oh, and the lineup for something.
Ya.
Ah,
He just knows he's over, right? Can't find a way out of it.
Ya,
RB peeks
Inti,
back
dia
out
nggak
for the
punya
kill.
dasi.
goodness gracious. What a
Wah.
bananas round
Inti,
there.
Inti.
Absolutely bananas. I,
Tadi kayaknya kalau Davai nunggu
you
bentar.
don't even have time to like process these plays sometimes. You're just like,
Yeah.
okay, back and forth, here we go. I mean, Buzz gets a great shot in there.
Nih, dikasih
Now,
ini.
Divide flashes on the other side of this. It doesn't hit anything, so he gambles that they're behind the
gamble.
toxic screen to his left by the
Ngetik
rope.
dia.
He's completely wrong,
Inti,
gets taken
inti.
out. Somehow they go for a play off the back of the lockdown, does Mind Freak, completely whiffs on it, and then something's like, okay, anything you can do, I can do better.
Okay,
Gets two and
Wah,
almost wins
hati-hati.
the round. But RB just barely able to keep that one in check for DRX. Man, oh man.
Yeah, squeezes it out, and
Aw.
Stacks now aware of the aggression. So DRX changing their game plan once again. The double trap wires. It's only gonna find one, but that's enough time for Buzz to locate where the shot's coming from.
Cyber
Already
man
having
memang.
flown through the site. Mind Freak.
Main.
His teammates are nearby, but not close enough. Smoke clears.
Wah, nice.
Mind Freak gets one kill, and the guiding light, it's trying to buy enough time, but Defiant, but yet with the aggressive showstopper, instantly stops DRX in their tracks. 7-4.
Wah,
just
datang ke sini.
Phenomenal
Waktu
stuff there
banget
from
ini.
Mind Freak, just getting in there and getting the information. He's like relaying it to his team. He's like, they're here, and here.
Nice.
Good luck. And he's like, I got the first one. You guys get the rest. And again, look at those cyber cage setups
Apakah
from Forsaken. This early one gets him that one kill. Yeah, it's a one and done, but he's under a ton of pressure inside of there, and Buzz just kind of has to, predict where he's going to be. And
Nice.
yes, Buzz does it correctly, but
Let's
Forsaken
go.
at least able to guarantee himself that one, set up
Let's go,
Mind Freak to
Monyet.
be able to kind of hide in that smoke, give him the opportunity, get the information over to the rest of Paper X, and give them a
Ini
guaranteed
DRX-nya
positive
juga
defender
panas
side.
ya.
And now Seekers just being popped right away. Not much to
Langsung
work with
direct
here for
side-nya tau.
DRX. Just a couple Guardians and one Vandal. They're just going to push through off that ultimate from Seekers. Only 4 HP. It's not going to be enough to hold strong. However, he does get the ping through the neural theft. So Paper X, they are aware
Di dalam
everyone's
site
stuck
kebanyakan.
in the site. Something trying to put the pressure on. Seeker's coming out as well. So much aggro. DRX, they have to cover so many different corners. RB gets one. Stacks as well, but Something, he's on a rampage. Can he continue through to get a couple more kills? Cloudburst draw attention. Zest with a nice defend with the Stinger, and Stacks will clean the site as we stabilize at 5-7 at the half.
This is
Switching sides.
pacey. This is fast.
That's very fast.
Fast and furious. I mean, I thought maybe since Forsaken was able to pull off the neural theft, they could get something done, but some nice snake bites from Zest by a little bit extra time. They're able to keep, Something at bay long enough that they're able to clean out the rest of the site and get this done. This is just absolute chaos. How? Are you kidding? He got hit by that.
Yeah, just remembers exactly where he last saw him. I mean, just the focus that these 10 players have right now on stage. You can tell they're rivals. You can tell they're rivals because they know exactly what each other are capable of doing. They know exactly how to try to react to each other. It almost feels like DRX trying to pull a leaf out of Paper X's book, right? Really keep up the tempo so that Paper X is caught snoozing a little bit, expecting DRX to back off.
You know what? And I would actually like to see that kind of continue for DRX, and the reason being, A, it's kind of unexpected, so who knows, maybe it catches Paper X enough off guard, but B, it's something that has been criticized, and rightly so in some ways, about DRX's gameplay is it's, kind of too predictable, too static. A lot of these set plays, these set executes that eventually start to get red. Get in here and scrap. Get in here and play some ranked game and just see how it goes. And just find out, because you learn from these experiences. You learn on the fly like this. And this is something Paper X talks about, is that, they play a lot of ranked duos together and things like that in various combinations a lot. And that's given them that's part of the reason that they have this synergy that they do. So just, who cares? Screw it. Get in there and just, throw haymakers. Let's have some fun.
I mean, Paper X knows how to do that, and DRX perhaps finally understanding the importance of it after a couple devastating losses this year. Now trying to regain some control here on a stage in Seoul, South Korea. Decider match between these two to move on to the playoffs of AVL. DRX now on the defending side, just a turret on the A site. They're going to empty that out, potentially looking for a retake. That indicates a little fast push from both sides. Oh, it's barely creeps by behind the box.
Oh, we're not just setting it down mid this time, guys.
Paper X is like, oh, well, if you pull a Paper X, we will pull a DRX. RB, nice scratch on Something. Eventually we'll find a target, a different one. So that's a little extra damage done. Something will get healed up by Divide, but that's still a lot more time spent. DRX has already pitched the site.
This is going to take some pretty nifty shooting from Paper X to get out of this.
Yeah, but stairs left empty. DRX have to remember this as RB goes for the jump down with the Sheriff. Will eventually find one kill, opens up an angle for the rest of his teammates. It's all down to Divide. He gets spotted, and Buzz will peek right back out, catching up to 6.
Some big round of applause is coming out of the audience after that one. A lot of DRX and Paper X fans showing up today. By the way, to any fans who came out here and are sitting through all 3 best of 3s, you are heroes. You are absolute heroes.
I do see like 4 or 5 that I
you
recognize from the beginning of the day. It's very impressive. Yeah, the call is coming in for Tree there. Yeah, he's saying, we're finally winning a pistol. Buzz happy about that. Aware of their own weakness during this tournament.
And I'm, that could be, that one moment that starts to change things.
Okay, nice audio.
Oh, God. Dicey. Losing Zest kind of hurts, right? That toxic screen no longer holding value for both.
Yeah, si Forsakennya kena tembak ya.
Of course, on A, Mako has already pushed through. Got a kill there. He's just looking to lock things down with a smoke. Trailblazer will get the spot. Buzz continues to spray through. 4 points for the showstopper. Mind Freak is just on one this map.
Yeah, man. He is dialed in, hitting some filthy shots. Stacks trying to not give him the opportunity. Flash on the other side just to say, I don't know, we're leaving.
Well,
good luck.
Yeah, but look at Something. He's waiting for the wraparound. He knows his teammates have been spotted at C. Now, the fact that they haven't planted, I think, gives DRX a little bit of a fishy sense. They're like, well, why haven't you planted yet? The door got closed. What's going on here? They don't want to deal with this risk. They want to group up together, go for the 3v3. They have those upgraded
Retreat ya,
weapons.
mereka bareng-bareng.
They don't want to drop one too easily.
The good news is Mako is here now, and they
Something garis
kind of
balik sih.
overloaded this angle, and they've spread Paper X.
Now the flash not hitting, but Mako will still find the target. Now something, he has to run all the way back through Waterfall. See if the mind games pay off. Spam comes through, but he can't get the headshot, and Mako will swivel on a dime, pick up 3 kills on the round.
All
Kalau
right,
ini di kompo pasti Min
very
sembunyi
nicely
sih.
recovered here by DRX, but it's kind of like Paper X like overthought the way that they took this time. Like they're like, okay, we've got him. We're gonna send, you know, something out there looking for the rotations through the spawn, and instead DRX is just like, I don't know what they're doing. Mako just cleared all of spawns. Let's just all go from that way and see if they, you know, see if we can catch them trying to spread the map a
Tapi
little bit
Min
too much.
suka
And they do.
sih
And
DRX
it's
ngelakuin.
good call here
Ini kita
from
regroup.
DRX and from Stacks. Of course, Mako, when he's got a steady hand, that helps a lot too.
Yeah, and this is one of those things that it may seem obvious when you're watching because we see Mako go all the way through, but Paper X didn't exactly have information on how much control Mako had gained. Now Mako once again gaining a lot of control.
Wow,
Just,
nice.
oh, shadow stepping forward. I understand it's a bonus, but boy, oh boy, yes, it was off the back of a guiding light. Unfortunately, no one full flashed. This does buy time for Buzz and
Aduh,
Sess
ada
to move
flanker.
forward. And Paper X, they understand they don't have full
Oh,
vision,
nice.
trying to get the kill. Divide, he gets one. He's ready for another.
Aduh, tahu nggak yuk?
He's waiting for the
Tahu.
Trailblazer, spots him. Asks for backup.
Nice.
Alright, DRX really have become Paper X. They're just full sending it on contact
Aduh,
right now.
stuck stucknya.
I mean, understanding that
Okay,
it is a bonus, you know, you got spotted, you have no way out, I get it. But unfortunately, it only
Si
leads to
Bapak
one
is
kill.
stuck pula.
Yeah, it maybe didn't go the way you wanted, but I don't mind it. Again, I like to see this style from DRX, even if it doesn't work here in this event.
Are you just happy to see that they finally changed?
Yeah, that's actually more it than anything. I mean, if I'm being brutally honest. But they need this. They need this kind of
Wah,
play
ini
in their
sih.
repertoire. Something that that
Sama yang
teams
Dava
can
yang
see
berhasil
in the
use
film
si
and have to respect.
Hyper.
Exactly. No, I agree with that. Because you have to think long term, right?
Nice.
Yes.
I mean, DRX, they've dominated for so long domestically, and then once all that tape goes out to
Perang,
the world, they
perang,
get caught
perang, perang,
something just with a nice shot.
Wah,
Holding that
nice.
angle, Magnet on the other side, and this is what you can do with that double duelist composition. Aggression on both sides, something just drawing so much aggro. Eventually, RB finds one, but he's stuck here. Can't clear the entire squad. And now a 3v1 against
3 lawan
Mako.
1 ya guys.
Mako will gamble. He'll choose the correct site. He's still,
Wah, Makonya
he's
udah
hit all
datang.
3. Phantom in hand. Spike dropped. He hears it.
Oh my god!
Laser activated. Waits for the pounce.
Spike planted.
Knows where it's at. Gets
Wah.
one.
Ya,
Gets the second. 5 HP.
5 HP.
Mako baits him out. Knows Devi's location. Waiting for him to aggress.
Wah,
He
nice.
tries to swing out, but
Wah.
Devi was already close and on top.
Oh,
Buset,
we almost got a
5
classic
HP loh,
Mako moment there. So close. But Devi also a clutch god. Able to best him with a slightly better
Yeah,
move.
bye.
I mean, but at 5 HP there, Mako had to hit ahead.
Yeah, that's rough.
Sumpah itu
I mean,
yabai
even
banget
getting
tadi
close to
kalau
that
1
corner, he's flirting with disaster.
versus 3 kalah.
Ah, it's so close, man. I mean, what a
So
what a
close.
shot from something.
Follows
That is
it through.
bonkers, dude.
Something really coming back online. On yet, also with the confidence. Here's some comms trying to help out Mako about the
Nice.
locations, but again, just not enough HP. Now DRX slowing things down with the Sheriffs. Not too much they can do than hope that Paper X will come and meet them, but something just says, well, there's no opposition on the A side. Seems like it's fairly open.
Oke,
Doesn't jump
kayaknya
in from stairs.
ya. A-nya
Gonna
kosong.
wait for that cyber cage. Look at Paper X being so cautious, not leaving anything to chance.
And I'd like to see
Aduh.
Stacks pump the brakes here. Don't give up anything
Ayo
for free.
pasang.
You know, obviously if you get a free kill, you take it, but no reason to
Something
get
hati-hati di atasmu.
overly aggressive just yet. Wait for the rest of the reinforcements to show up, but looks like the
Wah,
back
flanker
angle
terus sih dari
potentially
tadi ya,
decently
nah.
covered here by
DRX.
Mindfreak. There we go. Now they're ready.
Mind Freak will get paranoia,
Oh,
but that
nice,
gives
huh?
the signal for everyone to swing back out together. 2 kills. Now that's the
Udah ada
key for
info,
Stacks
dua
to try to
lagi,
find an
info.
opening, but Magnet still had his eyes trained up top. Meanwhile at Rubble, Mako finds one, but Divide
nice, huh?
continues to reign supreme alongside Mind Freak as Paper X are now 3 points away from picking the map.
Yep. Now
3
they're starting to
point away.
pick it back up. DRX threw a flurry of blows at them, certainly, and it kind of worked for a little while, but you know, Paper X eventually starts to make adjustments on the fly. They're
Let's
great
go,
at it.
PRX.
We know they're great at it. We've seen it time and time again that they figure things out probably without even talking about it, to be frank. They just kind of naturally intuit
Nice.
how to deal with what the other teams are doing, or they just, you know, find another gear sometimes where they're able to just step up and start hitting shots. And now you look, Paper X potentially going towards the C hit. Everybody's just full W keying. Ah, yes.
So many ults, right? You might as well have just said it.
Hey!
Oh, RB not able to get that kill. Showstopper, Monyet has to break a little bit, and he lands on the snake
Oh
bite
my
on top
God,
of the
dua kali
nanoswarm
hari
as
ini
well.
Monyet gagal.
Too much damage, too much
Lemparin
time
bomnya.
taken. Eventually,
Iya
RB
sih.
goes down. The neural depth just
Udah
to get
ada
an idea. They'll see that everyone
Monyet
is here
juga,
for
Monyet
TRX.
Viper lagi.
But that doesn't mean they have any
Backlog
better
banget.
clue. Okay, Mind Freak will secure a
Mind
little bit
Freak.
extra space,
Okay,
but he
nice
hears
out.
Mako, and Mako has no idea where the landing has
Nice.
happened. Ace site continues to be open for free.
Iya, free.
Oh, unbelievable.
Oke, nih.
DRX reads the landing spot of
Rasakin
Monyet so
situnya.
well. They've got a trap set
Oh,
up
iya,
for him.
iya. Wah.
Oh, Zest on the backside, good against Mind Freak.
Nice
Belakang.
take out, but here comes
Planted.
Buzz as well. I mean, with that kill, they have no idea where Buzz might
Tadi
be coming
kayaknya
from. You
harus
can see
ngepick
something.
deh.
He's fishing for it. But they just call
Okay,
for a
nice,
double
Davai.
up here. Try to help each other out. Here's the Showstopper. Davai wants to kill. Do they suspect
Nice,
something
Davai.
with the double? They had no idea.
And it's clean
Oh
from
my
something
God.
there on that
Ini
double.
mah
It is
teriak
just
banget, tapi
back-to-back
udah mam.
headshots. Absolutely nasty stuff. That round,
Nice.
like, there were like 4 times where I was like changing my mind who I thought was going to win the
Yeah.
round.
Yeah, I mean, when you first saw the Showstopper just
Ini
get shut
sih,
down like that,
Yeah.
come on, yet.
Bukan,
Yeah, we all thought, okay, well, that slows them down. DRX is all here.
Wah, something.
And then the Omens both leaping to the other side of the map.
Tuan.
I mean, again, even on that swing, what we saw
Tapi
during the
something,
observer screen,
kenapa sih
Stacks
kamu
was still
suka
concerned
banget
about behind, right? The
nembak-nembakin
flame
banget?
coming in. Something just joins up with Divide. Whoever made that call wins the round here. Snake bite at the ready. A deep smoke here for Mako. So a little bit of stability now with Rumble control. Killjoy utility on C. DRX all eyes
Bomnya,
on to B.
bomnya
They still
Resnya.
have the lockdown and the
Monyet
Seekers
selalu gagal,
try to
tau.
claw their way back in.
Apakah
This has just been no breaks.
kutu kanjing
Paper X
juga?
attacking side, clearing it out, popping the dash, getting ready to go
Okay,
in, up
nice.
and over. Nano's not a
Oh, nice,
problem
nice.
in Monyet. This says goodbye to RB.
And that's the lockdown gone once again. Can't be used. The Seeker's just going to file through. Stacks will find a kill off of it, but he'll get traded immediately. And the information
Okay,
just
dapat.
the obvious
Oh,
on
nice.
both sides. And Forsaken swings off of his own
Ada
intel.
Nyet.
The jump peek. Monyet spots Mako. Just wants to buy time. Gives him a little opening to push out.
Hati-hati, Nyet.
This is left to Monyet.
Okay,
Battle
nice.
Mako and hides right under that little nook.
Saving sih harusnya sih, Bas.
It's
Nggak ada
just
duit
like
soalnya.
so interesting. The confidence feels just completely different for both teams in a way, but especially for Paper X.
Nice.
Forsaken finds the final kill to put him on map point here. 12-7 for Paper X. Dude, like, it looks so snappy right
point.
now for everybody on Paper X. It is like they are focused.
And I saw a lot of people after day one talking about, oh, you know, who knows, Monyet might be good, but maybe he's just not up to the speed of Paper X. Maybe he can't keep up. I mean, if anything, he's kind of overheating at times right now. I
Right.
think he's fitting right back in
Yeah.
to this
Ini
squad once he's allowed
habis
to play
buka
that
kamera
race.
langsung
Yeah, I agree
nembak,
with you.
tau.
I mean, but finding some good angles now and starting to kind of gel. You know, yeah, sure, he's overheated, but
Yes,
it wouldn't be
satu.
Paper
Satu
X
orang
unless you
lagi,
were.
satu orang.
Well, and sometimes that's leading to really heroic plays
Yeah.
right now.
Apakah bisa jadi
And the
reforsi?
judge,
Wah,
just
bisa.
like that, gets the kill upgrade. So right with the boom bot gives him information, not able to defend himself. But with
Satu
all
kill
of
doang,
that,
tapi-
something now
Oh.
drawing the aggro here on C, the
Yeah.
guiding light. Keeps him tied, but so do the nanoswarms.
Yeah.
Forsaken, not quick enough. Now just 2 members. Now Mind Freak
Uh-oh.
on the other side of the map.
Balik sih, iya.
Oh,
Pasti
Divide.
Mindfit udah bilang,
That
balik,
boom bot
balik,
doesn't
balik.
come out. I think he might have Buzz dead to rights, but Buzz wisely
Wah,
using it and getting the kill as well.
Spike
kenapa nggak
down
balik
C.
aja?
Poor Mind Freak. A great lurk if his teammates had been alive, but unfortunately GRX just too quick on the defense.
Tarang. Jadi
Pushing
agent.
out, making sure that they only have to hold one angle here.
Apakah Mindfit bisa?
I mean, Mind Freak's been crispy. See if he's got something
Kikir
special in
kah?
store. I kind of doubt it with this double angle being held by
mean-
Buzz and
Bisa,
Stacks.
please.
Yeah, but if I'm Mind Freak,
Bisa
you
nggak?
gotta consider It's just sending your abilities, going for kills, right? DRX are so low on credits.
No.
And maybe you get 2, maybe
Satu
at
lagi,
least a 3.
satu lagi Mind
Mind
Freak.
Freak 1v1, Omen v Omen.
Wah!
And it's going to be Mind Freak on top tonight
Nice,
as he
GG.
brings the first map win
Well,
for
Mind
Paper
Freak.
Rex.
That smoke was all it took. He had a paranoia too.
3
I was like,
versus
you could
1.
throw the paranoia through there. Nah.
Wow.
Just one smoke, the
They're
mind games.
I know. They're
Nice
expecting the
one,
paranoia.
nice
I'm not going to do that.
Yep,
Sasuga.
that's what it was. I mean, they're spread out, so he just cuts up that mound into angles that he can force 1v1s.
Exactly.
Mind Freak.
Mind Freak lagi nyala
Trying to
dia.
once again prove that he deserves to be the
Bisa.
best controller in Pacific. So he takes down Mako for
Tinggal
the map
lawan
win,
satu,
leading
spike-nya
1-0
drop.
in this best of 3.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal map for him, and you know it looked a little rough when he had to shift over to the Killjoy, but you put him back on his comfort of Omen, and he
Nice
wants
game,
to
good
show
game.
you that he is still
Nice
a
game.
top controller
GG.
in the world, and
Good game.
he is he's got some fans out there showing him some love.
I will say it's really unnerving looking at the Paper Rex logo,
Reset,
but in
balik
blue.
lagi Mind Freak si
Because we
Raja
also have
Touch.
DRX on stage. There's a little bit of a mix, but yeah, I mean, Mind Freak, cold as ice on that last round. So
Wait, Min mau refresh. Soalnya kayaknya
Confidence
ada
flowing right
delay.
now for Paper Rex, and they are happy to take these
Yes.
fights. But again, I like
From
that DRX
Thailand.
actually tried to just W key at the W key gamers as well, and it kind of
Sure.
worked for a little while. And that's fine. That's good.
Let's
They
go
need to
Thailand,
experiment
yeah.
around with some of that. They need to kind of get scrappy, get a little bit ranked mode E if they can, and they did, and it kind of almost worked for a little bit.
then, I mean, got them
Wah, nggak nyangka
quite a few
banget
rounds here and there, just
ditutupin
not
sama
enough
clutch.
in the second half. As we take a look at some of the highlights, Forsaken, this
Okay.
ace,
Ketenangan Mind Freak.
I mean, that did so much
Cool
damage.
fight.
The classic smirk for Forsaken after such a play. At moments like these, Divai and Magnet working off of each other. Mind Freak with the cover on his teammates. Something continue to just draw
Iya, bagus
aggro with his
banget.
excellent jet movement. I mean, this is Paper Rex
Muter
at their
jauh
best.
nggak sih?
And there were no timeouts, right? Like, this was just...
One from Paper Rex.
That's right, very early. That's
Yeah.
right. There was one from Paper X. But
That's all
other
they
than that,
needed.
Udah
Yeah, that's all they
diwanti-wanti
needed.
the
paling
adjustments
pentingnya
are
sih
phenomenal here
sebenarnya.
from Paper X. I think Divai's doing a lot of the eye gelling, but again, they just kind of intuit sometimes how to react to stuff so well. It's just,
Timing
it's
juga ya.
so fun to watch them
Maksudnya
play, man.
timingnya.
Yeah, they're just stellar. They make the maps so exciting. Make the games exciting. On top of that, they're pretty darn good. So, you know, DRX, let's see if they can bounce back on Breeze.
Ini untung
I
nampak
have no
ya
idea what to expect on
Makonya,
that map.
guys.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Kalau nggak
Do they still stick
semua.
with that
Alex-
Euro
Alex
composition that
senyum.
Paper X was experimenting when they played against Sentinels? That's the big question, because DRX are no strangers to
Next
playing
mapnya
against Euro
Breeze.
on
Map
Breeze.
besar banget,
Had
males.
to deal with it coming out from the old on Slayers.
I was just about to say, I'm like, wasn't that suggest?
Well, Paper X 13-7, 20-12 KD for Mind Freak. Excellent showing,
MVP
both
kali
Omens
ini
on
dua
top, but you
Omen.
can just see when it came to brawl versus brawl, Paper
Wah, tapi
X,
lagi
that's
nyala
their
semua
home
sih
ground.
dari PRX
But I like that you
tuh,
pointed it
killnya.
out, Paper, then, you know, jokes aside,
20,
DRX,
16,
okay, they're
15,
trying
15.
to let the players play to their strengths, right? Trying to let them adapt on the fly, force the issue, do some extra aggressive mental conditioning. And in the long run, this may work out for the better.
Exactly. This has to be something that they fix, that they address, if you're going to compete with this Paper X team in 2024. Just period, end of story. Frankly, if you're going to compete with some of the
Ini
other
sama MC-nya
upgraded
bilang tuh.
APAC teams as well that are going to be in Pacific.
Well, that's Paper X leading 1-0. We take a quick break, and when we come back,
1-0.
we go to Breeze between DRX and Paper X.
Semoga Breeze-nya gacor juga. MV keren clutch-nya. Benar. 1 lawan 3. Dia muter lagi. Muter jauh. Udah muter. Habis tuh lawan 3 orang. Spike-nya jatuh. Mikirin waktu lagi. Beuh.
Oh, but he gets a nice headshot on Buzz. That double angle. He wants to get the early peek out at this spray down. Can he get the ace? It's going to be the Forsaken ace.
Ace tapi kalah round.
This time working off the guiding light is able to stabilize. Go. Come on, yet.
Ini Min masih suka banget pick-nya Mind Freak di C.
The operators. I was just thinking the same thing.
Oh
gets
no!
one. The Blade Storm's online, but Balea doesn't catch the showstoppers of Manya. He has to run away, and he
Musiknya
can't.
boleh lah.
So fast. On this rotate, they have no idea that there's more members. Tries to shadow step out.
Kemarin
Oh,
di
and the
Breeze
lineup for
kalah.
something.
Iya. Min kurang suka pemilihan itemnya. Nggak tahu kenapa.
Gets the second. Better clue, okay? Mind freak will secure
Cara
a little
samping
bit
pakai
extra
Yoru.
space, but he hears our Divine wants to kill.
Rada-rada.
Expected something with the double. They had no.
Apalagi waktu dia pura-pura jadi Kage
나를
Bunsinnya
부르는 수많은
Yoru.
단어들.
페이커?
불사대마 데빌력
데빌요.
하지만 나를 가장 기쁘게
하지만.
하는 건
상혁이야.
팬들과 소통할 때 나는 살아있음을 느낀다.
혹시 나랑 1대1 가는?
혹시 나랑-
피지컬은 나쁘지 않는데
아는데.
운영이 좀 아쉽네.
아쉽네. 아쉽네.
선수들과 직접 소통할 수 있는 개인 방송과 구독자 Q&A까지 아프리카 TV 팀
Afrika
페이지.
TV tim peji. Tapi emang agak kurang Yorunya, makanya itu. Maybe kalau dia pakai jet lebih bagus ya. Yorunya no. Siapa tahu, misalnya dia pakai Yoru lagi, tiba-tiba keren,
Một sản phẩm của
boleh lah.
VTV xem miễn phí và bình luận trực tiếp trên online nền tảng livestream các giải đấu thể thao điện tử. Cháy từng khoảnh khắc cùng với các
Fancy
streamer.
United. Ini apa nih? Dota?
Xem livestream vui hơn, tránh luật
Atau
bình luận,
LOL?
thách đố dinh qua khủng. Online, nền tảng livestream tương tác bản
Online,
quyền.
nentang
Xem ngay
livestream.
tại
Wow.
online.vn hoặc tải ứng dụng trên App Store và Google Play.
Bahasa Vietnam ya? Wah, 9 menit. Tarang. Let's go PRX 20 ya. Min mau sih 20 doang ya. Jangan sampai 3 map. Tuh. Lucu banget mereka ketawa-ketawa. Min suka tahu ada camnya. So, karena 10 menit lagi kita break lagi nungguin map selanjutnya, Breeze. Waiting for map 2. Tang, hampir jatuh HP-nya. Astaga.
just build. We fire making. Pyro on the scales. We fire making. And let the heat just build. We fire making. And we gon' turn this up and go to fire making, fire making. And yeah, I'm cold, but no to the touch is molten. Told them gonna go dust them. Hit that flame emoji when I quote and don't you stop them. I'm talking run them up, double up, ain't no way gonna stop. And they cost for the play and the days they cut nobody up. Whoa, kill flip mode, hit my notes, let me switch my flows. On my road, get gon' go, step on toes, just get my goal. Straight facts if I cast it, hook line if I'm catch it. Yeah, I'm coming to get mine now, going out as a champ, yeah. And let the heat just build. And we gon' turn this up and go to fire making, fire making. Fire making. Fire making, fire making. Fire making. And let the heat just build. We fire making. Pyro on the scales. We fire making. And let the heat just build. We fire making. And we gon' turn this up and go to fire making, fire making. And yeah, I'm cold, but everything touches golden. Leveling up with every cut is from the gut, the soul is burning hot. Just lit this fire and let desire just swell this up and take control. And with this firing squad, I hold it's over. We fire making. We fire making. We fire making. And we gon' turn this up and go to fire making, fire making. Fire making. Fire making. What is this power? What is this feeling? All of my instincts telling me follow my senses. Am I your hero? Am I your villain? I'm not a soldier, but I must complete the mission. In the darkness, had to keep rising. All of this pressure made me a dark man. No one can stop me now. Climbing up the hill, I think I'm hitting the wall. Sharks in the water praying for me to fall. My legs giving out, but I continue to crawl. Too many sacrifices to let go of it all. If you don't got that dog, then don't get too involved. I'm chopping down Goliath till he's 2 feet tall. I can face 100 problems and they all get solved. Being level after level, every day I evolve. Slaying all these demons like I'm Tangido. Fighting through the jungle that'll turn you to an animal. Victory is mine, bro, it's tangible. I'm a fire breather, all my eyes looking flammable. When my spirit gets lost, I dig till it's found. I know that they hear me coming, the way I'm stomping the ground. I'm finishing my quest, I'm claiming the crown. No matter how much it hurts, I can't back down. I know that it's all gonna change. I can't stop until that day comes. Pushing through the dirt and the rain. There's no fight I'd run away from. I've been on a dangerous road. There's no fight I'd run away from. Run away from.
Wake up, chat. We still have more AVL left tonight. Currently in the middle of this best of 3 between DRX and PaperX. And PaperX leading 1-0. DRX on the brink of being eliminated from their hometown here in the offseason.
Yeah, I love that sign. I buzz you. Absolutely. I mean, this is going to be nuts. And I know I told you this, but I bumped into Alex in the hallway after the map, and I go, nice job. And he just looks at me and he goes, I have no idea what's going on.
You know, Coach Alex is either some mad genius or he genuinely doesn't know what's going on. It's one or the other.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he has some idea of what's going on, but
oh, for sure, we can.
But I love his attitude. You know, he feels the same way a lot of us do watching these games sometimes. Where he's just like, all right, guys,
you got to embody the PaperX of the Euro returns. But ladies and gentlemen, finally, it's Forsaken back on the Euro. But still further comp changes. Something not playing that breach, they give up on it, and they just say, you know what, just play your best agents. Something goes on Jet, double duelist once again here on Breeze.
Yeah, no, I like this a bit better for PaperX, and I think this fits a little bit more into their style for sure. You know, Monyet, strong on the Omen. You know, Mindfreak here, back on the Sova, so definitely keeping my eyes peeled for how he's going to perform on that. That's the only kind of, you know, he struggled a little bit when he's off of his comfort role, has Mindfreak so far. Over on the other side for DRX, finally we get a Harbor. It is finally happening, so I'm very happy for that. Stacks, you know, he's solid on the Harbor for sure, but Zest on the Sova is going to be a really interesting duel between these two teams, because Zest,
that's a big one.
Yeah, I think of Zest on Breeze with Sova, man, and I think one of the best Sovas in the world on this map.
Yeah, his Sova on Breeze and Haven, I think, really stand out. Those two maps, especially just the lineups he's able to come up with or memorize from other players as well. So DRX definitely a much more standard composition, even slotting in that Cypher. It definitely looks like RB now on full-time Sentinel duty. Meanwhile, Monyet going to be playing that Omen here, even on Breeze. Now, we've seen Omens in the past, and especially if you have another controller like Viper, it can work very well. You know, you can find some good value. You can still act as even another layer of that entry point, the paranoia, helping erase parts of the map. But the big question that you raised, and I agree, is Sova being played by Mindfreak instead of Devi. We'll see if that role continues to perform a bit better than it did on day 1 as we go into map 2 between PaperX and DRX.
Okay, DRX on the defender's side, starting to maybe get some confidence. I don't know, they won a pistol. We got that going for us.
They did win one pistol,
which is nice.
See if they can get another one here.
You ever notice how, like, part of this map looks like cheese? Like those rocks? They kind of look like cheese.
I can confirm that I definitely have never thought that looking at Breeze.
Well, now you have.
But I will strongly consider it the next time it shows up in my queue. Wow, okay, well, that's
now I told you, I get tired and I get weird.
That much I can confirm.
Yeah.
Forsaken picking up that free ult or pure A main as there was no pressure put on from DRX. Now, PaperX are just waiting by. Oh, can't hit the first shot, just too many targets. And now it's up to Mako to hold the line here on the toxic screen. He'll get one, but everyone has to back out as both members of DRX fall from the A site.
And Mindfreak hit him with a nice shock dart there to soften him up for the final blow. Nicely done, good start. Good cover there onto the recon dart from Zest. Gonna keep it on lockdown. Forsaken out there, out dueling RB on the flanks.
Yeah, and even he crashes back to a main. Even gets the headshot from long range for something. Devi able to clean that up, and PaperX, they pick up right where they left off, leading 1-0.
Yeah, man. Again, it's... Forsaken is actually really good at lurking. Like, I'm sure a lot of you know that if you watched any of 2023 VCT. He was, especially on Pearls, where I really think about his lurks as being really excellent. But on the Yoru, he's kind of given the ability to really set up for some nice lurks with those gate crashes, with those fake outs and stuff to really kind of keep track of opponents. And, you know, a lot of pressure on RB, try to keep him in check potentially, or if it's going to be, you know, Devi or whoever. It's going to be out there on those lurks, so pretty excited to watch this as Forsaken just going to TP out all the way over to the other side of the map now. Interestingly enough, there is nobody over there.
Yeah, it's a full stack here for GRX, and it might be paying off. Not able to pick up any of the weapons just yet, but already some damage done. Now Forsaken just put some pressure down onto B. Plants that gate crash to be able to jump right into sight should he need to do so. Making sure that DRX doesn't get ahead of them through the rotate here in mid.
How Buzz upgrades to a Vandal, so all of a sudden, looks like might be another nice start for Paper X. He's in danger of being a lost round. Anti-eco round.
Min dukung PRX toh. Min mau 2 map doang.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, the fake gate crash not going to find much value as Forsaken just has to get these kills. He's looking for someone under, and Zest is already right on top. Quick headshot there, lining up for another one on Divide. Divide's not giving you the time of day, but now there's going to be 3 members of firing squad to greet Divide.
30 seconds
And
left.
this is the anti-eco gone horribly wrong. Mind Freak continuing off of that great performance on the Omen, trying to get some more kills. Here on the Sova, gets 2, but there's still 3 more. Everyone's still left alive. Has to take out the dart, gives time for TRX to catch up, not much time. Just looking for kills at this point. Can't find it as Mako also answers back with a Vandal.
Well, there you go. Thrifty for DRX, and they answer right back. Just, you know, they gamble stack, and it works out. Even though, you know, had Paper X been a little bit more patient and kind of waited for that information from Forsaken, they might have been able to swing this round completely in the opposite direction instead. You know, DRX is able to use WK Gaming against itself. Take him down. Mind Freak's still looking crispy though, so you got that going for you.
Yeah, the aim still seems to be on point. We'll see if he's continuing to be able to support his teammates with the utility as well. As we go into this 3rd round with Paper X now on their back foot, only a Guardian and Bulldog in hand. An early high tide here from Harbor to cut up mid allows Buzz to put some extra pressure. Something has crept up though, and Zest on the drop there. Can't stabilize the aim. The Sheriff battles bouncing back and forth between these two teams.
Oh my god, something itu tembakan
So
dia.
steep. My god.
Oh, they finally spot him.
So he had TP'd right to the left of the door and then gotten underneath the Harbor utility to sneak up there. So Forsaken almost able to pull off a pretty nice play. Barely recognized and stopped in time.
That Buzz just dodging that shock dart. Only 25 HP to his name. The Paranoia early just to buy time from Monyet. It's trying to allow a setup here for something to go for this flank, and he will find that shot onto RB. And there is another member as well. This is another double flank. Buzz trying to clear the site as fast as possible if they know that there are members coming. But something is trying to get the kills here. The Cove now expired. Something gets another one, switches over to the Sheriff, and now Divide picks up the Vandal. He has to reload. Recognizes it now. The half had been done. Divide recognizes this, and he'll find the headshot. The defuse canceled, and a 2-1 lead for Paper X.
What in the world am I watching?
What in the
This
world?
is just wild. All right, I believed Alex before, but I really believe him now, man. He was just spot on. This is just madness. I mean, great shots from something to open up a lot of space, and I like what Forsaken tries to do there. He's getting, you know, creative with the tech, and that Cove almost buys enough time, just almost, but you have to stick it there. Stacks, you have no choice, and you just hope that Divide kind of screws up just a little bit with his aim, but he doesn't. He's right on the money.
Smoke-nya, terus main
Yeah, the
defuse
gate
aja.
crash set up once again as Forsaken on his lonesome, putting pressure down. He'll have the dimensional drift if he gets that ult door for free. DRX continuing to give that up. Now he puts on some pressure on A and then immediately teleports out to help clear the site here on B. Trap wires being located for his teammates. Omen just picked up across. Buzz has been spotted. The flash out, and Forsaken immediately finds his target. Sight broken open by the Yoru from Paper Rex. Now RB on the flank, but it's only 1 kill. Everyone falling from the side of DRX. Something on
Pasti
the
si Muni
hunt.
tadi mau
We'll find his target.
masang kena tembak.
Kill.
Forsaken just making himself an absolute nightmare to keep
Wow.
track. What in the world was that, Mako?
Whoa. Well, okay, so something was trying to bait here, I think, to allow Divide to get
Tadi
the kill.
something mau
But
di-bait,
Mako somehow
tapi
finds the targets behind him.
Mako
Gets a
malah
double.
nembak Forsaken.
Jeez, that was fast too.
Yeah, and that forces Divide to come right back onto the site. Now they've set him up to be able to be the one that gets the
nice.
kill, and he will get 1 more point towards that Viper's Pit.
God, Mako just, the way he can make something out of nothing sometimes.
Yeah.
Is just phenomenal. But even more phenomenal here is Forsaken, you know, like going over, grabbing the
Wah,
orb,
tadi Forsaken.
popping the ult. So
Terus?
DRX, not exactly sure, thinking it might be over onto A, but it's actually all the way over here on the other side of the map on B, and he gets right in the back, finds a great flash, and Buzz is
Hampir,
just
almost
not much he can
satu.
do there on backside. And
Here.
the floodgates open for Paper X. They get the plant down pretty much no problem, and now you got some
Don't
real
get it,
challenges to deal with.
Mike.
Mindfreak's got his ult. Mako is gonna pop his to try to cover that orb this time, try to keep Forsaken from grabbing, you know, more dimensional drifts.
Yeah, but they push him out
Oppie.
just a little bit, so they get close to the orb. You do some chip damage with the shock darts. But the rare early Viper spin
Here.
from DRX allows them to
Careful.
force the enemy out of a main from that cave. Meanwhile, Zest trying to gain some control of Elbow. Still no clear information just yet. Might lock eyes. But Forsaken, should he inch forward?
Hey, dude, look at this. Forsaken's already
Aduh,
2 away
ini
from another ult.
Loki.
They're just feeding him.
Yeah, he's
Guys,
just
I know
farming
Loki.
orbs, and now here comes that Hunter's Fury just to help clear out some of the areas
Ooh.
of Buzz with that operator online, but he needs to stay alive. He needs to hold on to this. What a flash coming out from the Euro. Forsaken lines up, but waits to swing back out from Buzz. Stranded in the back of sight. The operator dropped. Smokes out for Omen, trying to plant for the backside. Forsaken opens it up even further.
Here he goes! He's got his ult
Oh
again!
my gosh. And the spike has been planted as well. The TP out. Mako will be able to jump onto it, but they have no idea. They have no idea where the Euro is. Mindfreak finding one. Still no
Wah,
information on
bagus banget ya
Forsaken's
Yorunya
whereabouts.
Forsaken. Aduh, pasangnya di
Zest
situ
is
pula.
fishing for information, finds Euro. He knows where the Silva was, but couldn't find the kill. Clock ticking down, still waiting for the 1v1s. Wants to find that answer, but Forsaken swings out in time. Another point towards a potential third dimensional drift.
Nice.
I mean,
Kita
that's
dikasih
back-to-back rounds with dimensional drifts.
lihat
I don't.
caranya.
insane.
That's absolutely insane. I don't even know what to say. I mean, a great shot here from Buzz on the initial one, but an even better response from Forsaken to shut Buzz down. And then he's dimensional drifting, and good luck. God only knows where he's going. He might not even know sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you just start that journey, right?
It's the magical journey
Yeah.
of Forsaken.
You don't know what the destination is, but you will take it.
It's like that poem, right? The road less traveled.
The road less traveled. I like it. One of my favorite poems indeed. But right now, GRX, no time for poetry as they need to strike back, and they don't have the firepower to do so.
Monyet ada di sini.
Blade Storm online, though.
Buset.
Finds any value.
Oh, he's gonna need to.
But
Ini
look at
kalau monyet
Monyet,
dapat
right? Uses from the
satu atau
shadows to
dua,
pressure
bagus
halls. I
ini.
mean, we don't see this area used that often, but they heard the Omen ultimate, and they know it's got to be somewhere that's ready for the flank. DRX frozen in
Tuh, tuh.
place.
Lihat nih si
This allows Paper Rex
si
to
Bas
start
udah
to creep forward.
udah
They heard
wanti-wanti dekat
a little
sini
bit of
si
noise
monyet.
on the site. Some pings are coming through, but everybody on DRX is scratching their heads trying to figure out where they went. I mean, the mind games here by Paper Rex are just incredible.
All right, just keeping that Cypher locked in place. This should
Aduh,
give
ada
the cue
Cypher.
over to Monyet to make his move, and he's going to start to creep out of halls.
Here.
Slowly clear that out, get ready for the
Oke,
flank.
monyet baru gerak.
DRX, they bought the bait just a
Wah,
bit, but they hear the
timing.
exit. Zest making the call. My Tide comes out on site. Meanwhile, on the minimap, gate
Aduh,
crash
hati-hati,
onto the
my
site. We'll
friend.
see if Forsaken can find a
30
kill
seconds
here.
left.
Just a fake one. Zest closing in, though. They're
Oh
very
my.
well aware, as we do see
Wah.
Reckoning come out and Buzz with a nice
Tembakan
jump
apa?
shot. Eventually, Sax and Mako go down. The site is cleared, but Buzz is back. Trying to find one more kill. Not hit by the paranoia. Wants to find that elbow, can't do it. Swing
Wah,
back onto the
nice,
site. None of
something.
the knives hit, and something swings out. RB not going to find the timing onto something, and Paper Rex lead 5-1.
Oh my goodness. Buzz trying to take matters into his own hands here. Finds some nice shots, but then something with that wide swing just shuts it all down, and it's the chaos that Monyet's able to create. Even though it doesn't
Bisa ya.
find any kills or anything, it just like sends DRX into panic mode, and eventually Paper X is able to slip underneath the net, find the plant at the very least. Forsaken gets 2 more kills and a
Oh iya,
death.
ini Forsaken
I don't know
sih
if he
bagus
picked up any
banget
orbs in
dapat
that round, but
dua
he's gonna be darn
close.
near,
Padahal
yeah,
dia
darn near
lagi
another
mau
dimensional
kena
drift.
goyang-goyang.
Goodness, what a statement performance here
Ih,
from Paper
senyum si
Rex.
something.
I mean, mean, just the control they have over these orb areas, right? And only 2 points away. He's going to go for another one as
Waduh,
well.
perang.
Even have that gate crash set up. Now something will be sacrificed as he moves a bit too far forward past that cascade. Fake out, going to be shot out, so they have information that someone's here. Another gate crash off of the flash. Mako does not hear him, but neither does Forsaken, and he finally hears the footsteps coming in, wants to make sure that he has his back covered off of that teleport. Not going to be able to find it as Divide clears the site. 3v4, Magnet equalizing it to a 3v3 extra smokes off of the pit. And now DRX, what do they have? Just an operator. If they can get a kill, it's the neural
Dia
theft.
kena
But
peluru satu
Magnet
aja
is
udah
so
mati.
low, and he's just holding this area. Here comes the neural theft off the floor. Magnet swings out on the timing right before getting pinged. Buzz not keeping his eyes on the
Buzz,
prize.
nice.
Focused on the Viper's pit. Magnet
nice
gets the
hit.
flank.
This is just crazy good stuff here from
Kasih
Paper X.
pialanya sekarang,
Not only to get the
benar.
Viper's pit because you plant a little bit
Kasih
off
pialanya
kilter
ke
from where
PRX.
the normal plant spot is, so the shock darts don't hit you. Magnet with 14 health
Magnet.
hides in the smoke and then gets right behind Zest as that ult pops
Ini
who
sih
isn't
pintar
spotted.
banget.
I mean, the
Wah.
timings are insane. This is just bananas.
perfect.
And by the way, there's another
Let's
dimensional
go.
drift available
Yep.
because Forsaken died.
And of course, we do have to give credit to the
Okay,
Mike,
one
of course, in
second.
the last round as well. Great
Yes.
takes. Here's the dimensional drift, and they're not going to quite
Wow.
find RB as he's trying to hide away. He's still just behind his cyber cage, but
Fun
just
sampai
can't
pakai
do
jas.
much. He can't
Wow.
relay the information to his team. It's just chaos on the site.
chaos
The
banget.
Paper X have taken over.
Ah, ketahuan dah paling. Okay,
What do you do
nice.
against this? What do you do? It's just, it's madness, and
Wow, Robbie,
it's
ini
controlled
bagus.
madness. It's controlled chaos from
Wow.
Paper Rex, because once that dimensional drift is in play, so fast is Forsaken able to
Yeah,
relay
yeah,
the information of the
Forsaken
positions.
masih
Yeah, RB goes unaccounted for, but he fired a shot, and I think someone heard it or noticed it, and they were eventually able to identify it. Yeah, you got to pump the brakes, man. It's going out of control.
Yeah, I mean, for one, so many dimensional drifts, and at the pace he's been getting them at, he could easily get one before the half is over.
Wah.
Forsaken just dives onto the site with a judge on Breeze, utilizing that Haruru
Team
ultimate.
Ace.
And like you said, someone is aware,
Senyum
keeping
dong.
that
Abang
information
Dapai.
in check, that there was a shot fired, that the Cypher has to be close. It's an eco round coming out from DRX. And finally, Termi not able to let the players run amok any further. Still some smiles, though.
Well, I mean, what can you do? That's the only way, you know, like Mini said at Champions after DRX just absolutely obliterated them on
Yeah.
Vine. He's like, what can you do, man? You know, you
Suka
just,
banget tadi di round
yeah,
itu
it's actually
semuanya pada
easier to
nge-kill.
kind of bounce back after maps like this, even if this
True.
sends DRX out of the tournament, you know, for their next appearance. You know, what else can you do but laugh and smile and say, well, it happened.
Well, I mean, no smiles on the faces of Buzz and Stacks, though. Not happy with the performance they've had so far on this map. Hungry to make something else happen. Kills or not, just no wins on the board since the eco round on round 2. No, they beat Paper X on the anti-eco.
Gosh, you're right.
They haven't been able to do anything.
It's insane. But the way that Paper X is able to snowball Forsaken here, and the way that they're playing with the map, just all over the place in so many different manners,
Biar
using,
makin
you know,
cepat si
Magnet's ult
Yorunya
as well
ulti.
to create more confusion, more chaos, and you try to cut this off with as many high tides and toxic screens as you want. There aren't
Okay,
enough.
check.
There aren't enough in the
Okay,
game.
nice.
Oh, and this is so fast once again. I mean, not only did they draw out the early cascade from Stacks as well, but they just pile on through it. Smoke or not, we're coming in. Knocking down the door. Now
Okay,
Buzz
dia
has
ada
already gone
flanker.
way deep into the enemy spawn. But from the shadows again as well, just to try to draw out
Saling
some
lihat-lihatan
aggro.
dong.
Right next to Zest.
Oh no. Something. Oh, he doesn't sense it any
Oh,
further, but
nice.
maybe no need. Forsaken with
Yeah,
another
dari
double
belakang.
kill.
Tapi
It's
dia
just
pakai
Zest
ulti.
and Buzz. Buzz with an operator. You have to save this.
Gotta
Tapi
get out.
kayaknya saving
Gotta
sih
get out.
harusnya
You
kalau
can't
lihat.
give any more
Wah.
orbs over to
Uh-oh.
Forsaken. Find Mind Freak. Okay, Magnet, yeah. Trying to get
What are you
tricky.
Yeah,
doing,
really
William?
drawn towards Zest, it seems. There's some magnet going on over there.
Wah.
Buzz is trying
Astaga,
to stay
dicari
alive for
dong
his life, but
opennya.
something's on the hunt. There's still a little bit of
Wah,
time,
bisa.
and Divide takes down the operator.
Padahal kalau dia saving OP-nya
Oh no.
bisa ya.
I mean, this is disaster for DRX.
Oh, I know. And by the way, Forsaken probably going to get another dimensional drift in
Oh,
this round.
absolutely. I mean, I mean, if not this round, at least in this half, right? You just die the next 2 rounds, and you're on for one. This is just, you know, all I gotta say is, this is everything you could ever want from this new Paper X roster. Yeah, no, this is it and more. Yeah, they have dropped a single beat in terms of style and color.
Ternyata monyet kaget.
Chaos is here.
Di videonya
The
tadi.
pacing at its best.
Dia bilang wah.
They know the trap wires there. Not able to clear it, but he's just gonna.
Yeah, and he could just gate crash over to the other side.
Wah.
But look at that, right? He scripts it
kena kabel
again
langsung
to let them
tele,
think
kan?
that it really is the entry on
Jangan
the
bilang
B.
nanti.
Catches Buzz
Riot bakalan
unaware.
nerf. Oh iya, dapat.
Stacks trying to equalize, but Forsaken just a menace on the site.
Got the ult, but I think he's gonna plant first and then use it to clear space back site potentially.
It is a 3v3. We'll have to see. Obviously, going into that drift, may
Iya.
lose that firepower. Everyone's spread
Oke,
out
satu
here
di
for
situ
Paper
udah
X.
dapat.
Spots one. Now he's going to use it to relocate. The big question is, Zest
Oke,
can he get
Desa.
here in time? Oh no, the double drop
Flanking,
right in
flanking.
front of the Jet as they try to avoid the Yoru. And even Zest gets spotted after that kill. The Yoru is everywhere, ripping
The Yoru is everywhere.
this universe of DRX to shreds as Forsaken gets another kill.
It's just an absolute treat to watch.
Nanti di B
I mean,
tiba-tiba di A.
You know, we knew Forsaken had a pretty good Yoru. This is beyond
Iya,
anything
iya,
we've
iya.
ever seen from him
Forsaken
or this
masih
team.
Yoru bagus.
It is
Terbaik, iya.
next level right now. The way that he is
Dikasih
just
tahu cara
toying
main Yoru.
with DRX, using that information against them with the spots from the Cypher utility, and just being able to just farm ults like nobody's business here on this attacker side.
One point.
Just so speedy as well, right? No hesitation on those teleports. Just he's here 1 second, over there the next, and single-handedly causing
Wah,
so much
dianya rame.
confusion for
Tumpuk sih
GRX.
di
You
RX-nya.
just see the migraines coming through the side of the Korean squad. Now, reckoning online with
Okay.
Stacks, but this time
Kosong, kosong.
straightforward entry. I mean, look at this, right?
Nobody's
One
even
gas,
here.
two
Kosong banget mereka
TPs
tumpuk di A.
onto the site, and yeah, I mean, they left it open. DRX, all right, it's time for that retake to come into play.
Maybe this is the way to beat it.
hati-hati,
Just let
Far.
Forsaken expend all of his utility before you even get there.
Oh no, but he's gonna wait for sound. He has Monyet right by him as well. What is this setup for Paper Rex? Forsaken, can he react? Oh,
Nice
he gets
one.
2, he gets 3! Monyet simply the bait, the scout
The
set
bait.
forward, the true decoy. As Forsaken shuts down the
Bagus sih
retake
monyet
with a spray
jadi
down.
bait tadi.
One enemy
Ayo.
remaining.
Zest all alone once again and just
Nice.
can't find his targets. 10 to
Kalau
1
gini gimana
for
caranya
Paper
ke map
Rex.
3? Jangan ada map
Insanity.
3 pun.
All I can do is just shake my head because of how just incredibly
Tapi ini
brilliant this is
Yorunya
from
bagus
Paper
ya,
Rex. This is all you can do as a DRX fan, just tip your cap. They're just playing the map of their lives right now.
I mean, look
Telat
at this
flash
setup,
sih
right?
harusnya.
I mean,
Monyet is just purely bait.
yeah.
Who cares if he dies?
Any
Tapi
concerns
kalau
about
flashnya
Monyet
tepat,
fitting in, throw
Monyet
him
nggak
out
akan
the
mati
window.
tadi.
Right.
Monyet mati
Incredible.
baru
At a
di
loss
flash
for
dia.
words, really, and now the
He might
attacker's
get one more.
operator.
He might get one more.
He absolutely could.
Huh?
Look at this, they're covering him on B main.
He got 3 ops, by the way.
Monyet's like, I know what you want to do as a
Dua
duelist.
OP.
Now
Tiga
they've got all
OP.
the ops, all of them used to op.
The Blade Storm for something.
Oh my gosh, here
There
we
he
go.
goes.
Who's next? Well, it ain't DRX because they aren't getting another round
ada
this
sih
half, it
stuck.
seems.
Stuck sembunyi.
Forsaken finds the spot. Oh,
Yeah,
whoa,
yeah,
whoa!
Oh my god!
No flash just pops out. The disrespect against Mako. And something shutting down Stacks as well.
Tepuk tangan guys.
But
Gak mau
yet
tahu
now on
pokoknya
this
tepuk tangan.
deep lurk, he hears the sprint. He has no idea. And DRX fans, they can't do anything but just
Lucu,
applaud in
lucu
awe
sumpah.
as Paper Rex takes an 11-1 half.
Is that 5
Soalnya
dimensional
dia tahu
drifts?
Yes,
sopanya
5,
ulti
right?
I
gini.
want to say it's 5.
Jetnya dari kanan
It's
kirinya
just-
ada.
I mean, this is one for the ages, folks. This is one you guys will be talking about for years after this.
Pipinya
The way
sakit
that Paper
ketawa.
X is
Ayo.
running roughshod all over DRX, it is just
Dude, what I'm
stunning.
You see this decision making? He sees him picking out the snake bite and he just goes, oh, easy peasy for me.
Ah, udah tadi ada
I
ulti,
mean,
tapi gagal
How
tepat.
fast does Forsaken's brain turn, man?
Pandal tadi.
It's just like constantly at like 9,000 RPM. Like that, his brain is just.
Dia nggak
It's
ngecek
incredible that we're not
bersih.
seeing smoke from the stage. This guy is overheating.
He's a perpetual motion machine, man. Like
Sebelah
there's just
satu.
no stopping. You can see it's getting the buzz. I mean,
Yeah,
he is not having a good day.
You gotta imagine, right? He's had such a great tournament with the operator. Just incredible kills with the operator.
Kayaknya
Such
abis ini
confidence. And
bakalan minum
one
terus sih.
agent completely nullifies any impact that Buzz can have on the defense.
Tapi tadi Vipernya kok
Yeah, what
nggak
do
bisa
you do?
nembak Forsaken
There were
ya?
no answers. They tried everything in the kitchen sink,
Opennya
DRX. I mean,
depan
they tried
wajah dia ya.
gamble stacking when they had full rifles. You know, they would try to dodge these ults. They would try to go to the other sides of the map. And it's just like,
Jeez.
Komennya lucu-lucu ya?
it's stellar. That's all there is to it. There's,
Yeah.
again, you can't,
One
you
more
got to try to
time,
not let these kind of games
Euro
get to you
gaming
because every once in a while your opponent just hits
Oh
that
ya,
other
dulu
level,
Buzz
hits that
juga
other
Euro
gear,
nih
and
setahun.
there's nothing you can do to stop it. And, I mean, DRX has done this to teams. You know, they did it to Fnatic
Soalnya dari
at
tadi dia
Champions. You
ngambil
know,
up
it
terus.
happens.
Si
It does
Forsaken.
happen, but it never feels good to be on the receiving
Udah ambil
end.
up, ngekill.
And I think, again, for Buzz, I think it's just the fact that he's had such a great tournament. He's
Berkali-kali
thrown
ultinya.
everything, util, you know, multi-kills, op kills, showing some of the best games he's had. And then this one, what could be the last map, he's just not able to do anything, hands tied behind his
round
back.
lagi. Please Forsaken dan
Nobody on the side of
kawan-kawan.
DRX over 10 kills. Meanwhile, Forsaken 17 on the board.
Time to jump.
Well, he spots the jump.
nice.
Oh, okay, the confidence is
Indeed.
definitely getting a little ahead of himself, but Monyet, paranoia, does he creep through?
Ah!
It's too close. Buzz spots him with the frenzy.
Terkejut.
Finally, DRX looks like they start to see just a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, this is, you know, hopefully the start of some decent rounds for DRX, get a little bit of confidence going. I mean, it's, look, if any team could do it, it's DRX that can come back from a
Please
scoreline
ya,
like
jangan
this.
ada kata
We've literally
comeback
seen it
ya.
before. But, you know, it is not easy against a team of the caliber of PaperX.
Please, please.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, RB starting to heat up. That's good news for DRX. And, you know, as we look at what should be the end of this round,
Pasti si
Mindfreak's
Mindfreak
down
mau mati
12
sama
HP.
Bang.
Okay, Buzz is definitely angry. We can tell that as he's fishing
Itu
for these
sembunyi
kills.
aja dekat
But
box.
I just want to mention, obviously, composition-wise as well, PaperX much
Indeed.
harder on the defense side, I would imagine, in the way that they were playing, right? It's double duel. It's not like the Euro can just hold one side and transfer to the other. You got to be able to push out from one part.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I think it's going to rely, again, on Forsaken being really flexible on the map. So in this pistol round, he just goes for the big play. I mean, again, with how much of a lead you have, with the confidence flowing,
Sure.
like you said, who cares? But now I need to see him start spreading the map after the next round, you know, after the eco,
Sekarang kita
using
mau
that
lihat
gate crash
Yoru
to make
di
sure that he's
defending.
flexible, that he can react to DRX's plays
Tapi attackingnya
and
tadi
not give them any sense of
mantap,
comfort.
suka.
Do what he did on that attacker's side, just, you know, it is a little bit of a different affair on the defender's side.
Yep.
Buzz hunting. That's it.
intinya.
Yeah, he's got it.
Not letting any kills get away
Udah
from
langsung
him. A
pandang
fast
dong.
dash forward,
Wow.
finds another one onto
Buzz ngamuk.
something. Buzz is back with a vengeance on the attacking half. Divide will shut him down. But the rest of the crew from DRX entering from B main. RB holding this
Wah,
angle,
inti,
waiting for his
inti,
teammates to come through. Maka will pick up that
Nice,
kill.
dapat dua.
Now a third round.
Very critical round here for DRX. If they have any hope of coming back, it has to be a streak, and it has to start here on this bonus. And they are going to have to throw just about everything they can at this round. Couple rifles already invested. Great push out here from Buzz. The cascade there to cover as well from top mid. And you see there, good reaction, good cover, and yep.
Yeah, get the Vandals, make
Yeah,
sure you
sini.
have some extra
Round
rifles. You gotta buy up,
sesungguhnya,
as you
round
mentioned. They don't have too much margin of error here.
Please ya.
That's going to be
Okay, nice
all
on
the
it.
rifles, but one already taken down. Monyet, just an aggressive hold onto Cave. That's going to slow things down quite a bit. That Poison Cloud
Okay.
now just a bit
Nah,
stranded.
who
Ini
showed up
kadang
to the
Min juga
party.
kepingin
Forsaken's
kalau
right
jadi
next to him.
sofa.
Ready
Berikannya
for
tuh
that double
nanti.
team. I mean, they see this
Tapi
pressure, and they've only
kalau
spotted
kompa
Monyet so far.
random sulit
And
sih
he's
kalau
so
nanti.
low.
Wah, nice spot.
Forsaken, now he works off of it. I mean, you just make a little extra movement. Now the double team seen. Maka
Wow,
will get
Monyet
one
kena.
kill, but Forsaken continuing to reposition. As we do see the pings from PaperX noting that RB was mid,
Nih,
rejoining with the team. Now, something already pushed out from B main. So Paper X has a good idea that the rest of the forces are still somewhere nearby on A. Forsaken holding close.
He's gonna need a little bit of help here, and he's got it now with Mind Freak just shifting enough weight that he can keep the angle covered for Forsaken.
Ini ke Asi.
That high tide, they know it's coming for sure. The Cascade as well. Do they hold close to counter recon dart though? And RB just doesn't find it. He tries to jump across. Forsaken staying alive, tying the entire crew up here from DRX. Gets a third. Can he go for the fourth? No, he'll get shut down by Stacks. Now something is here, and it's Devi who picks up the kill, leading to match point.
Match point.
It's brilliant. I mean, he's able to change sides of the map there and hide because of the extra effort from Monyet to make sure that that little angle, like you mentioned, Will, is obscured enough that he's able to find that first kill, sneaks right up underneath your nose, and DRX just cannot account for anywhere that Forsaken is going because he is all over the map right now.
I mean, you can just see it's just a massive headache for DRX, right? I mean, they don't have the leisure. They don't have the leisure to check those angles to make sure that everything's accounted for. Now it's just an aggressive push out. Paper X, they want to put the nail in the coffin. The decoy gets shot out as well, and now confusion as there's no follow-up. Forsaken just trying to bait them in to this death ball trap.
Uh-oh.
The one-man Yoru death trap. All right, well, he gets pinged out. Just going to have to get crashed out as there's the follow-up from something. A brilliant trap play using the Yoru himself as bait this time around. Something on for the ace. Buzz fighting for his life and the tournament life. He'll get the triple to answer back. Oh, Blade Storm. Ace for Buzz. He finds his target. Just needs to get it, and the Buzz ace keeps DRX here at the AVL.
All right, well, there you go. It looked like it was just GG. See you next time. But Buzz had something to say about it. What a trap play, though, that they set up. That complete bait there. Oh, you're going to ping me with the owl drone? That's cool.
Oh, man.
Here's something.
I mean, I thought it was over, but Buzz
I did too.
Turned it up. He knew what the mission was. There's no staying alive. It's just take down everybody else.
So fast.
Waktu Buzz nge-kill something ya, bagus ya.
Paper X, I mean, you're at match point, but that move, I think, slows you down a bit, right?
Oh, yeah.
You see that he is mad right now. But RB, slow swing out. Girl Death gives him
Ace yang tertukar, benar.
fairly weak.
Monyet fishing with the Marshall, gets the kill. He's going for the no-scopes, see if he can catch somebody, but RB is going to make him pay the price. Doubles up on it. 3 in the round.
All right, still a long way to go, but DRX, they're keeping the hopes alive here. Oh, the bait out from the bait gate crash there.
He's got the dimensional drift again.
Is it just on like a timer cooldown? Are we playing TDM here? Like, what's going on? I just keep seeing that come back online. Oh, Devi wins that. RB a little shaken by the drop there. Dimensional drift now coming online. Poison Cloud, I mean, Stacks trying to play the greatest mind game that he ever has. And the snake bite is just bait. They have no idea. And Stacks is here. Devi finally finds him, but he's so weak. Stacks is playing for time. Picks up the kill.
All right, there you go. There you go. Yeah, okay. Forsaken gets the exit, but who cares at this point for DRX? You're max buying. Well, yeah, it hurts a little bit. It hurts a little bit. You're right. The money is not the best, but
no, I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying we're on 1 point close to another dimensional drift. Forsaken is he's trying to speed run 10 dimensional drifts right now.
You know what? You got me there. You got me there. That's true. That's fair.
I mean, this Yoru's not stopping. But
no, there are no brakes on the Yoru train.
No, not today. But hey, look at what that one ace from Buzz does for the team. Everyone regaining their confidence and their aim. DRX, and they keep it up, slowing things down once again. Hunter's Fury and Reckoning, so they have some good combos here to take over what seems to be quite a weak side.
Waktu dia menembak si...
He's gonna get tagged by the Hunter's Fury. Nowhere to run on that one. Quick kill on the swing out.
Yeah, good recognition. The spacing there, and that paranoia led to a spray. Wow, Monyet, that is ambitious.
Yeah, here comes the decoy and the blast, but Buzz is ready for it, no longer falling to the tricks of the Yoru. Something for the trade, Monyet wrecking havoc around the pillar. They can't find him just yet. But Paper X, they need to get to the defuse at some point. RB continue to be stable. Zest! Ooh, stabilizes for that headshot.
Ooh, that was almost map. That was 45 hit
Aduh,
points
kita
away.
equal lagi.
Very tight margins right now. And the money
enggak.
is going to be a little bit on the low end for Paper X, but with the Blade Storm there, they're able to squeeze out a little bit of extra value out of this round. I love Monyet trying to jump out there, then TPing back in the middle of the jump
Wah,
peak.
something.
Yeah, very Paper X play right there from Monyet. Got them some good information
Iya,
though.
panas lagi
Yes,
sih.
exactly. And that's the thing, like, there's method to the madness for Paper X. Like, you may watch these maps and think they just W key, and to a certain extent they kind of do, but there's so much coordination in what they do. And I mean, you've seen it time and time again with this Yoru, with the trap plays that he set up. See if something can find
Oh,
some value.
gitu
He
ya,
is
awalnya. Oke,
coming
nanti
right
kayak
to the
gitu
side.
awalnya.
Yeah, DRX should be aware of this. They heard the classic a little bit further, and now here comes Hunter's Fury. It allows for
Okay,
Sega to pick up a
Mind
kill,
Freak!
and that's a double for Mind Freak on the weakened members of DRX. Something already on the site. I don't know if DRX is aware of it. They have no idea. Buzz all on his lonesome once again. Can he make another miracle? No! It is going to be Mind Freak that
GG.
shuts down DRX once more,
Akhirnya.
closing
Wah,
things
ini-
out.
wah.
13-6 as Paper
Killnya
X,
Mind Freak
the
ya, tapi penting.
reigning
Ultinya
champions of
Tracer.
VCT Pacific, eliminate DRX from the ABL 2023.
And that is everything you could want and more from Paper X with this new player slotting in to replace Jing in 2024. There are no other words to
Best
describe
match
that but
sini.
brilliant. That is
Apa komennya?
just brilliant. That's all it is. Forsaken is a monster on Yoru. That is a new level. I mean, I
Yeah,
said it
that is
earlier,
what's good.
we've seen
bener,
good
bener,
things
bener.
from him on Yoru before. That is
I
something
love
special.
both games, epic moment.
This is, I mean, when you see the Euro on Bind, you see a couple
Yuri
teleport
was
plays, and you
crazy,
start to get a
bro,
read on
bener.
it, but this was just about farming orbs. And at that point, when the ult comes around that often, I mean, how do you even predict where it's going to go?
Wah.
By DRX, you can see most of their players still giving respect where it's due. I mean, they didn't see it coming. Neither did Doctor Strange, because that Euro was in and out from every single possible combination.
Apa?
GG, well played to the hometown heroes. They make an unfortunate early exit out of ABL 2023 this VCT offseason.
Yeah, it's a tough loss here for DRX. And,
Masih
you know,
ikutan.
I know they prepped hard for this tournament. I know they wanted to come out here and, you know, bring out the stock standard
Yeah,
roster,
tadi
the roster that has given them
Asia-
so much success
Wah,
throughout the last
Asia-
couple of years and have a better performance, but
Min
not gonna
specs
happen
apa
here
sih? Gak bisa
for DRX
berkata-kata.
just yet. And yeah, definitely not
It's okay, you
what they
guys
wanted at the end of the day,
did a
but
good job.
round of applause. And, you know, nothing wrong with going down to that. Nothing wrong with going down to what Paper X just showed you. That was truly
Good game,
special.
well
Yeah, I think you
played.
put
Yeah.
anybody in those shoes, and it would have been a very tough attempt
kayak
to try
artis
to
tau,
overcome just the madness of Forsaken Yoru. I mean, it's not just Yoru play itself. Obviously, is
Yes.
there to back it up as well. And then, you know, the rest of the team understanding if I need to be a bait, I'll be the bait. If I'm the one getting the kills,
Dengan
I'll get the
easy
kills. We
dua
talked
map.
about
Yep.
the trading
Ace
potential
Blast
of this team, and it looks like there's a lot to look forward to in 2024.
Yeah, and what I
Seru
really
banget
liked
kalau
about
kita
the way
dikasih
that
lihat
Yoru like
Forsaken
thought
Yoru
of,
lagi.
Forsaken thought about this
Dan
with Yoru
bener
is that
kan Min
anytime
bilang,
like
something
there
pakai
was
jet
an
kalau di base
attempted
bagusan.
answer, he had a backup
Dan
plan.
Min
Like
suka
every
mau pakai
time there was an
something,
attempt to stop him from
itu
getting
jet.
orbs or to try to trap him, he had some escape valve
GG.
that made things really difficult to not only keep
Nah,
track
yang
of him,
ini.
but figure out what the heck's
Ya
going on.
ampun.
And there were then even throwing Monyet with some of those TPs and other things into the mix to make things even more chaotic for DRX.
Really good play, really good chemistry. Mind
Bisa-bisanya.
Freak still being able to
Kebalik.
focus on his aim despite picking up that Sova as well. A brilliant ace from Buzz to extend the tournament
Sayang
just a
karena
couple
matchnya
extra
udah
rounds
selesai,
for
Min
DRX,
bakalan
but
off lagi.
it's the Mind Freak Sova. Forget the raise, it's the Mind Freak
Makasih
Sova
banyak
now
yang udah
that we're looking
mampir
forward
ke
to in
live streaming hari
2024 as
ini.
Paper X takes down DRX
See you guys
13
di
to
live
6,
selanjutnya.
2-0 in a
Bye-bye,
best of
Mia.
3. 10 out of 10 post plants in the first
Thank you
half.
ya yang
Now,
udah
it was a
mampir.
10 out of 10
Bye-bye.
map. That was just